welcome to Beyond the Realms, episode 50. Oh, that was a lot to get out of there. I know, I just got text from my partner saying, shut the fuck up. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another session of Beyond the Realms. So happy that you have decided to spend the next couple of hours of your special Monday with us here at the virtual table. So good to see you. Whew. We got a lot to get to. We were all just in a laughing tizzy fit because we were doing have you met Joe Biden, but doing Feywild substitution. So just settle it in for a little bit. But yes, everyone, it is the 50th session of Beyond the Realms. 50 goddamn times we have come here, played D&D, started just into the pandemic, and it's still going strong. And I won't make this a big, long, emotional thing, but I can't thank these creators enough for having stuck with this crazy all these fucking shenanigans for over 50 sessions. This story, this campaign, this collection of amazing creators, collaborators, and just awesome friends, quite honestly, sort of bloomed all of the opportunities and all of the things we were able to do over this past year. It all kind of started with these people at the table here. So just big ol' thank you to all of you at the table right now, and big thank you to all of you who have been watching us since fucking April 2020 with this story, that have gone on to do other campaigns and been allowed to go do cons and other amazing opportunities. And it started with a bunch of us in my apartment with Jordy Rose DMing Curse of Strahd, going on to playing online with all of you, and all the crazy shit we're doing now, and this crazy shit we're probably going to be doing next year. So again, thank you all for 50 sessions. Super appreciate it. And now let's get on to the people that keep the goddamn lights on around here. Sponsors. First one, our lovely one of two sponsors that are sponsoring the Dicecream Twitch channel. That, of course, Critical Kit, an amazing dice supplier over in the UK that I actually finally got my hands on some goddamn set that they sent over that a bunch of our players here on the channel are going to be getting very soon as well, just in time for Christmas and all those lovely things. But check these out, just a quick little preview. Amazing, glittery fucking goodness, gold foil, all that great stuff. If you're someone who loves the shiny, big hard cut dice with all the gold filigree and all of the amazingness, check them out. And they also sent me the Witcher set, Geralt himself. These awesome Witcher set that are themed by a bunch of the characters from The Witcher are available at critkit.co.uk. No, critkit.co.uk. Got it. That's the one. So I'm saving this for when The Witcher Season 2 comes out. We're opening those bad boys. But again, thank you, CritKit. You can also get in some late pledges for their amazing TTRPG Kickstarter. Be Like a Crow solo RPG adventure. We get to play a crow in a fantasy land. They blew past a lot of their expected stretch goals, and now they're taking late pledges until December 14th. So there'll be links there in the chat. You can go and check that out. It is really fucking awesome. I got a chance to check out some of the information on those games, and I love it to death. I think there's a stretch goal where you can get this really awesome crow miniature that wears a top hat and a monocle, and I just want that for my own games, regardless of
Feral can be a crow with a top hat and a monocle.
Right? It could be familiar mini, or you wanted to polymorph to a crow with just a top hat and a monocle. It's pretty cool. You can check out the model actually on their Kickstarter page right now as well. So thank you to CritKit. And also do not forget, you can use the code Dicecream15 at checkout to get 15% off your first purchase. So thank you, CritKit. Love you so much, and can't wait to be showing off some more sets in the future. Okay, and then the second sponsor, of course, our friends, our favorite dice tray people, C4 Labs, the amazing tray makers who are just at Emerald City Comic Con, actually. They make a wide array of amazing various trays. and all different such sizes. They just had a special recently of these awesome coffin designs with Grim Reapers. That was like a gunslinger Grim Reaper on the mat. Super fucking cool. The tray that I got from them was from the Mastercraft series that I believe they also have a Kickstarter going for currently. So be sure to go check them out, everyone. If you love awesome, independent, homegrown D&D accessory makers, they are legit. And also, we will be getting those trays out to our players also very soon. So it's going to be an awesome D&D filled Christmas for everyone here on the Dicecream Twitch channel. So thank you, C4 Labs. Thank you, Crit Kit. Please go check them out, and we will talk about them very, very soon. But with all that out of the way, I think it's about time, everybody, that we raise our glass to session 50. Thank you all for accompanying me on this wacky fucking journey. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite snacks, grab your favorite drinks, and let us dive into session 50.
We cheers on the one night I'm drinking water.
Oh, damn.
Damn. I mean, you always drink water. Spicy water. Spicy water. Mm-hmm.
Could have been Gatorade.
You knew.
Spicy water.
But yes, everyone, let us dive into session 50 of what a little game we like to call Beyond the Realms. Okay, everyone. Something is hilariously happening, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, last we left off, the party having found out the location of the Temple of the First Angel, finding this temple to be a standing monument to Titan lore, the Divine War, a certain prayer location for an entity known as Uquavel, also known as the Shard of Dawn, a powerful archangel from the upper planes that at one point was in charge of balancing the universe, ? Still much of his presence and his previous job still yet to be found, but upon going through his temple, you found a slew of information relating to Titans, the war. This new person called Uquavel was simply put, Gloomwing's patron, Gloomwing's most desired partner in this life, and was Uquavel's kind of Robin to his Batman of sorts in the Divine War. And as you went around the temple, you found a mutated Sayer known as Nexus, who gave you word that down below the temple was actually a cultist burial that were following the Titan known as Chult. Also giving you some background information to Gloomwing, as he had also arrived there not too long after you had gone downstairs, opened up this crazy mystical gate that had been made by Mind Flare tech, infused with cultist black energy. Somehow entered this gate, came out with an item called the Atrophian Orb, and was muttering things under his breath about the Eucadrian desert and various other things. You needing to get more information about where Gloomwing could go next, you chose to go down to the depths into the Titan halls of this structure, and you came across quite a lot of mysterious things. Eventually going through a few secret walls, getting past a sort of long-forgotten cultist sacrifice effigy of some type. You were able to find some trapdoors, some very sacred Titan tomes, and eventually found the location of this Solarian gate. And upon finding it, staring into the emptiness, the vastness of space, the known universes, you were able to see swirling galaxies and various planes and planets all in alignment. As soon as you stepped up to the gate, which I believe was Feral and Rumira, the first instinct of the place that you wanted to see in your mind came into view, with Rumira seeing apparently into the 9 hells of Vernus, somewhat, being reunited with an old friend from their past, seemingly connected to this demonic plan that's slowly unfurling in the background with your old friend Bale behind him as a ballroom was shown to you, various toasts to various people of importance, drinking the Kool-Aid of sorts, falling down, turning into demonic zombies of sorts, and Bale also noticing someone was watching him, sniffed you out, and you were able to get yourself out of that vision. And then we went on to Farrell, I believe, going to check on Salil and the Bards back in Asgard, and was given a vision of Odin rallying the troops, gathering the forces of Asgard for an all-out assault onto the Feywild, seemingly blaming them for the recent disappearance and explosion of their Academy of Arcana. They were coming to arms. As your vision went past them, you in fact did see Salil under house arrest with the rest of the people that you left behind, sort of not in fear necessarily, but a little startled, not really sure what to do next, waiting patiently for you to return. Had a little bit of communication between the two of them, but now giving you a larger scope, a larger scale, that a lot of wheels are turning in the background, and if they are connected to Gloomwing's plan, hard to tell. But in that vision of that ballroom of people being poisoned, Bale being there, Ramir, you did see that a few of Gloomwing's minions were a part of that crowd, sealing them in and not letting them escape. So threads are slowly connecting to all these larger things kind of going on in the background. But as you finished those visions and went towards the gate to shut it off, suddenly these pulsing energies came out of the outer workings of the silverwork of the gate. Two of your party members suddenly flashed in a bright light and dust and were transported to a room that you were not privy to, that of Tarek and Mr. Fiend, in this sort of lab work experimental chamber with grotesque bodies in these emerald cages that seem to represent the shards of Dawn, the followers, the guards, the loyal followers of Gloomwing, and you, Quavel, a pack of owl folk that were monk paladin mixtures that were able to do fast and furious punches with mystical brass knucks that were able to emit smite damage. Fight battled ensued with half of you taking on Solarian Gate, which seemed to have its own mind and its own presence, casting confusion spells, admitting eldritch blasts. On the other side of the room, Tarek and Mr. Fiend barely escaping an onslaught of these insanely fast, devastating hitters, with a group of them at one point surrounding Tarek and literally punching him to death before he was able to come back with a second wind and explosive reactionary fiery damage, clearing the room a bit. But one by one, the rest of you were able to take them down till eventually your party had found you in a secret chamber, literally right next door to the Solarian Gate room, as the three of you burst open the wall, creating an opening, helping your friends with their plight. After that was settled, exploring the room a little bit, you had decided to take rest for the night after a very hard-fought battle had happened. And as you kind of laid to rest, Farrell, you're the first person to take watch. And you started to feel uncomfortable, a little bit queasy. As you look down at the exposed parts of your skin, you start to see raised boils and disgusting pustules on your skin, thus giving you rise to the belief that the mutated nature of this temple, maybe this gate, after finding out that for many miles around the structure, there were beings that were mutated, the Sayerniks that you found also had skin and tumors and extra appendages until you healed him, curing him of these ailments. But this was during your first couple hours of sleep. And after you noticed those pustules, you were just about to try to do a little bit of a healing experiment to see if you get rid of this mutation. And that, everyone, is where we had left off. So, with all that out of the way, we continue with Farrell finishing that healing spell. So, Farrell.
Hello.
I believe you were just about in the middle of doing, was it a healing word?
Yes, it was healing word.
Okay.
I was just using a low-level spell to try to see if it did anything.
Right. So you go and you look at your hands and you notice this, and you looked over to the hole in the wall that's now made right next to the room where the Slayern gate is, and this sort of thick, white, dry mist sort of bellowing in low to the ground outside just gives you a bit of a 2 + 2 = 4 connection, and then, oh shit. Go to cast Healing Word. Then you wait. The boils are still there.
And the rest of us are asleep.
Yep.
And that's right, there was a save that was enacted as you began to sleep in the room, which Tarek and Ramira also had failed.
Yep.
But with that, Farrell, you go to cast Healing Word, you say the incantation under your skin, this light, radiant energy kind of comes out of your hand, you try to like wave it around on your pustules, on your blisters, and then you let go, and they're still there. Bit of pus and oil kind of on your hand as you take it off.
Gross. Well, I want to kind of walk over to Ramira quietly, trying not to wake her up. Just kind of looking a little bit just to see if I can see anything on her.
Okay, so as you kind of see the pustules on your skin, you look at the mist rolling in, having realized for about, close to a day now, being in this area, seeing this mutation get stronger and stronger as you approached the Temple of the First Angel, and noticing it affecting the trees around them, being warped, bark being shaped into faces, various animals dead on the side, wild pigs mutated with multiple eyes and tentacles. You're starting to think, oh shit, is this happening to us now? You quickly sort of go over to your party, not wanting to alarm anyone just yet, so you get the full scope. Go over to Ramira, grab her shoulder, turn
Very
her
gently.
over,
Very gently.
and you notice that Ramira's skin looks reptilian, fish-like, perhaps resembles the mottled hide of a toad or a frog. She has dark green reptilian skin, scale-like. Some of it a bit moisture, has like a moisture feel to it. Other parts feel dry, but it's all over. It's about starting from creeping up from the neck, climbing up to about the jawline, patches of it going down past the arm, sort of creeping out of the forearm, stretching out to the hand. Looks like it's spreading, not covered head to toe, but you see parts of it like a rash in various parts of the body that skin's exposed.
Okay, great. I'm going to take note of that. Who else was, let's see. Was everybody else asleep in this room? Yes?
Yeah, you all slept together in this one room.
Okay, great. Who is... Okay. Taking that into consideration, I'm going to go over to Tarek.
Okay. You go, oh shit, who else has been affected?
That's exactly what she's doing.
Go over to Tarek, who's kind of sleeping on his side. You look kind of like at the back of his legs to see if there's any exposed skin, or the forearm where the armor pads kind of don't meet. Skin, although usually is a dark purple, seems fine. Have like a sort of a breath, like a breath of worry ease off. Like, oh, okay, well that's good. And you kind of turn him over, and as his eyes are shut, you notice not one pair of eyes, but a multifaceted set of orbs, much like an insect. Clusters of multiple eye sets, like a spider or an ant. 2 going down here, 2 up here, 2 down there.
I thought I could already see far enough.
Now you just need to see in more directions.
Your special eyes. Your special eyes.
Special eyes. Okay, great. Oh dear. Okay, all right. I'm gonna take that into consideration. Be like, okay. Oh, this is fine. I'm gonna go up to Fiend. Just gonna look Fiend over.
Fiend and Sir Strange seem fine.
Okay.
No mutations. Their skin the same hue as it was before. No extra appendages or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I want to gently wake up Sir Strange.
Okay.
I'm just kind of Sir Strange. Strange. Don't. I clap a hand over their mouth. Stop screaming. Stop screaming. It's me. Stop screaming. Or I guess you could scream it because it's me. I think that's a different story. Anyways, I'm going to gently remove my hand. God.
Yes.
Hi. Good morning. Stop screaming.
Oh, okay. All right.
Great. Thanks.
Okay.
So we have an issue.
Uh-huh.
Right. So Ramira's skin looks kind of, like a dragonborn's or a snake's, and Tarek has another set of eyes, and I just hold up my arm like with these boils and this pus all over it. And like, just wanted you to know. I figure, he's a paladin. Like they're a paladin. Like, they should probably know, because I only have so much healing and I have not slept yet.
Strange is just like.
Yeah, take me to the process. It's fine. I swear to God, if you keep screaming.
I'm sorry. I'm okay. So is Sir Strange is gonna be like, is Sir Strange is okay, right?
Yep, you and Fiend were not affected, seemingly, of yet.
Okay.
So you and Fiend seem fine. I kind of looked over everybody. Like I said, this.
Okay.
Skin is reptile-like. And Tarek has another set of eyes. Fiend seems fine, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm still a little concerned about Fiend being stuck 10 years in the Fae's head, but on the outside, he seems fine at the moment.
Okay. All right. So do you want me to do something? Let me see. Okay. What skills do I have? Let me check in a while.
The spell that we used on the satyr was Greater Restoration.
Greater Restoration. I don't think I.
Cool.
Does your lay on hands remove disease?
Hold on. Yes, it does. Okay. Well, let me try something.
Sure.
Let me try with you first, okay?
That's kind of why I woke you up, because I figured if we're going to test this, it may as well be on me instead of
okay
through that. So.
All right. I use lay on hands to remove disease.
Kind of clap your hands together. Deep breath in, deep breath out. A little bit of a radiant outline goes around the inside of your metal gauntlets as you kind of slowly take them off, and the radiant light kind of gleams a bit lighter and dim light all around you. Go to touch Farrell's forearm. The sort of humming noise takes effect. Nothing.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
This is
sorry.
No, you're fine. It's not your fault. This is not a great situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wait, hold on. Do I? Oh, okay. Hold on. I do have. Well, I can't. Why can't I not read all of a sudden? Where?
Because we're gay.
Okay. Stop it. Okay. I'm gonna try something else. Okay. That didn't work. I'm like, okay. Lesser Restoration. It's a second level. I have it. I saw it right now.
You're
so I have
fine.
Lesser Restoration.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, so I boop Fair. I'm like,
why are you booping me? You could have just. Okay, you know what? That's fine.
So you and Farrell kind of get on your knees for a minute. This one takes a bit more timing, kind of lay out all the components that you need. Lesser restoration. Concentrate hard. Little wisps of radiant energy sort of glow inside of your eyelids as you concentrate super hard. You start to see parts of your boils start to heal up, but not all of them.
Okay, so we know some spells work. That's good to know. I don't have the power to use a higher level healing until I rest, but at least I know. I mean, we can at least heal Ramira and Tarek. I feel like Tarek, if he wakes up, is going to freak out really badly. It's not funny.
Listen, we got to
Do not wake him up. Do not wake him up.
Okay.
Yet.
But like, come on.
Okay, but not until we can heal him, because for a minute we're gonna let him freak out. Then we're gonna heal him. Like, we can't just like wake him up without, like, we could, but like, do we want to?
Oh, okay. All right. We won't.
I don't quite believe you. I feel like if I go and take a long rest, you're gonna wake Tarek up. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
I am a paladin. I'm
Right.
all but good. 100%.
Right. Isn't there like paladins who break their oaths though? Like, they're kind of,
I would never be an oath breaker.
Really?
No, not my type.
Not your type, really? Huh?
No.
That doesn't sound quite right to me, but that's fine. Seems a little in your character, like.
Listen, pulls out random beverage. I'm so good. Anyways,
you're right. You being an oathbreaker would be like me being an arsonist. Like, that just doesn't track.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I can't. Not a ranger, can't track.
Not a ranger can't track you, right?
So, don't wake up Tarek.
You're gonna wake up Ramira.
Do you want me to wake up Ramira?
That's all I asked.
Okay, I won't wake up Tarek. I pinky promise.
You know how serious I treat pinky promises. So strange.
Yeah, I know.
Do you?
I know. Okay, anyways.
Okay.
So, okay, there. Pinky promise. We pinky promise.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Well, I'm going to finish out my watch now that I kind of understand what's happening. I don't quite remember who was next on watch. It might be Tarek, and if it's Tarek, we're going to have to wake them up anyways.
I think I was second watch.
Okay. Do you think that if, like, I know we're not waking up Tarek yet, but do you think he can see out of both sets of eyes? Like, do you think that's a thing?
Probably. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think Tarek would thank us. But
so wait, does he have double special eyes?
Sure. Pharaoh.
Asking the real question.
Since it is your watch, and I'm going to be second.
Right.
And I have a lot of anxiety and potentially depression. I think it's good for me to get some sleep.
Right, I'm gonna let you sleep now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sleep now. Going to sleep.
Do not wake Tarek up.
Going to sleep. Wow.
I will keep.
Oh wow! Look at this serotonin. Oh wow.
So, as Sir Strange falls asleep, so Pharaoh, as they did the lesser restoration spell, the boils on your hands and your forearms slowly start to heal up. It's not instantaneous effect, but you do notice them starting to heal. It kind of stings a little bit as some of the boils have to actually come to a full bubble before they pop, and then some of the pus falls down your arms until the fresher skin below starts to crust over and heal.
Not the worst thing. Not the worst thing I've ever gone through. Let me see. I'm trying to decide if I want to do anything else. We can still hear the machine, like the gate in the other room whirring, right? Like it's still.
Yeah, so there was a big sort of silver circular gate impressioned into the ground on a sort of platform, and these swirling rings kind of going around it. So you can just barely hear the sort of low rumbling and humming coming from that room.
Okay. I want to at least walk over and look through the large hole that we put in the wall and kind of see what it's doing.
Okay. So yeah, you look over through the break in the stone wall that you had made with your party members, and you look through, and you still see the stone stairs going up to the upper level of the temple. The rings around the gate, still humming. Bits of that pearlescent, dark, goopy substance kind of falling off the edges of the ring. Those bright red and dull green vegetation-looking roots springing and spreading from the bottom of the gate, protruding down from the platform and crawling up the walls, still very prominent. Looks like it's even spread a little bit more since you first went in there. You see a couple of roots that are kind of creeping its way through the hole in the wall coming towards you. Not like in a fast snake-like way, but like over the course of probably like 4 or 5 hours, they've just slowly grown.
Okay. Can I examine one of these roots? Because I realized that we actually haven't. So can I walk over to one of the roots and actually take a look at it?
Yeah, make a nature check.
Oh no, not nature for the druid. How dare. That is going to be a 16. 14 plus.
This doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before. You kind of take one of the roots and kind of take your dagger out and stick it in there, cut it, break a piece off. And as soon as you break a piece off, this oily, honey-like substance starts to sap kind of starts to pour out of it. And the thing, once you hold it in your hand, starts like moving around slightly, like cutting off the tentacle of an octopus. It just wriggles a little bit as you hold it in your hand until eventually it stops moving.
Okay, great. Can I... This is gonna suck. Can I touch the goo?
Okay. So the goo that's fallen down the ground, some of the goo that's kind of coming out of the root that you put on the floor.
Yep.
You know, I watch movies, and I go, that wouldn't happen.
You are correct, but I want to do it anyways. John?
Ivy.
Yes, Kevin, who I love dearly.
Me a constitution.
Wow, I would have never guessed. That's an 18. I would have never guessed. I can't say because I'm poking the random sap. How bizarre. This is why Farrell can't be left alone.
It's not her crippling loathing for herself. It's the other one.
Also, yeah. Maybe that's why she does what she does, Sap.
God. Two things can be true.
Touch the red goo, sort of pooling at the base. You kind of take a big dollop with your finger. Some of it kind of trails down your hand. Trails. Keeps going. And going. And the bead of it doesn't seem to stop. And it's continuing to go down past your wrist. And it's expanding. And expanding. And going down your forearm.
Okay, great. We love that.
And then it starts to make a sudden turn as it starts to go up your bicep.
Can I produce flame on myself and stop it?
Okay.
So cantrip. Yeah. Produce flame. I think it's like back here, just
gets here. You're like, oh shit! A slight squealing popping sound emits from the viscous as it falls. And like the sort of long sap-like bead doesn't simply evaporate like a liquid. It sort of falls off and curls and hardens like black ash until it crumbles.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'm just gotta pulls the flame back up. Great. I'm gonna take mental note of that one. Did the color of it resemble the black ooze at all, or were they two different colors?
So the vegetation that's growing out from the base of the gate, kind of similar to like a moss or a fungi or some sort of reaction to like a nuclear generator. This seems to be this otherworldly biometric reaction to whatever power is being displayed here. And it's not black like the ooze that like Oswick that you had seen before.
Mhm.
It resembles the color of the root that it was in. So for instance, you ripped off some of that bright red root and a bright red viscousy honey like liquid started to pour out.
Okay, great. Good to know.
But same consistency as some of the other sort of oozing properties that have been dripping from tables and off the side of the gate and up the upper walls of the stonework.
Okay, so it's coming from the gate. Like it seems to be growing from the
The
gate.
base of it seems to be
itself.
spreading out from the bottom.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, I think she's had enough for this evening. I think that's enough. I think she's gonna wait until it's Sir Strange's watch and then go wake up Sir Strange. And when she wakes up Sir Strange, will say, "So don't touch the roots, nor cut them open, nor let them do anything to you." Cool.
Huh?
Don't touch the roots that are growing along the bottom of the gate. Don't cut them open. Don't mess with them. Just leave them alone. Cool. Right.
All right.
Don't jump in the gate either. Like, I thought about it, figured no, just don't do that.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. I got it. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine.
You know, when you tell me everything's gonna be fine, I think it's not gonna be fine.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm lucky.
That's
Anyway.
not.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
feeling.
So Farrell, as you lay down to rest next to the rest of your party, Sir Strange, you kind of get up for your next couple hours of watch.
Oh, I have to wake up Ramira.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, because I saw the scale, like, you know what? Yeah, I can do it.
So you go over to wake up Ramira, and you notice the skin reptilian, dark green, amphibious-like.
Hey, Ramira.
She blinks both sets of eyes. I feel like she would. What? What do you mean? What? This is terrible. And she kind of she's gonna change herself into a dragonborn. Is she able? Does that change the like texture of scales?
You try to change.
I can't change.
You can't. What do you mean can't change? I mean, like, did you pack clothes or?
Ooh,
Oh,
she
that.
goes to change again into like an elf. She's like, you know what? I'm not even gonna look in a mirror. I'm going to do myself the justice of not doing that. I I can't change. Ooh. And so she is going to use one of the charms from her necklace and cast Greater Restoration. I guess I can't what is it called? Give myself the long rest at this point, right? Because I still have to do another session.
You haven't rested 8 hours.
No, I can't even do that.
You've only rested 2 hours at this point.
Fuck my life into pieces. All right. Now, ladies. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cast Greater Restoration on myself. I don't even get... Oh, shit. 5th level style. She's... I can fix this. I can fix this. I always fix it.
Okay.
Yeah. And she cast Greater Restoration on herself. This worked on the satyr earlier, so I feel like same thing.
Yeah, so you take that charm off the necklace, one of the many beads that you have. This sort of radiant mist kind of goes along your body. Be able to feel like you can take a deep breath of fresh air once more as that sort of thick, watery, damp substance just sort of cleans off of your skin and you feel it go back to your normal color once more.
Huh. And then I change into my human self or whatever variation. Oh, okay. Oh, that was kind of scary at first. All right. I guess it's our time to watch, huh?
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't bothered, and I wasn't gonna say anything mainly because I wasn't bothered, and also, you ramble when you panic. I like that. I think it's really nice, but I don't want you to get too worried.
Yeah, of course. You know what? But it's all handled now, and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's just been a lot going on. I've seen a lot of things in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. And that's valid. Anyways, let's head off to watch.
Yes. And
before you take that watch, I'm going to need Farrell, Tarek, and Mr. Fiend to make the Constitution.
Not every session.
Hey, Kevin, is there anything I can do to make them roll with disadvantage?
No, you fool!
Excuse me.
So I go, what?
Jay,
Constitution saving throw.
I can't with you.
24.
I'm going to move a step back so I can get my bonus.
Farrell?
17.
17.
Absolute fiend.
Tarek?
8.
You're going to end up with more than just 2 eyes.
Can you roll me a d10, please, Tarek?
You go to wake up Tarek and he's just a frog. Spider frog. Ah!
Frog with a hammer? Does
Oh my god, I'll be Frog Thor.
He'll be a bullywog. Oh my god, he's a
Loki
bullywog.
alligator.
When he wakes up, he's a bullywog Thor.
It's a grung.
1.
Sarah could be a grung.
Oh.
A 1.
1.
I hated the way you said that.
8 arms and 8 eyes does pose advantage.
But also, if Tarek turned into a grung, like a little purple grung,
Guys, I think there are some pretty bad things on this list. Let's not keep.
Or maybe he
doing
just
this.
grows even more eyes and then just becomes kind of like.
you could be a
Man.
beholder.
Also,
You could
I
turn
love how
into a
we all
beholder.
said, let's just stay down here despite what's
No,
happening.
do not say we all, because I
Sorry, I'm
was
asleep.
the person who fucking said we should go up the goddamn stairs and we don't
Derek
sleep
can
next to
hear
the
you.
nuclear reactor, but no one listens to me.
Tarek can't hear you. He's asleep.
God
Look, sometimes
damn it.
it's been
Let's see if he hears me when he needs a greater restoration. How about that?
Yeah, you can hear you in a minute when he has 10 ears.
when he turns
Probably what's
into
about to
a
happen.
giant eyeball. Like
Okay. So, the two of you make some perception checks, please.
All right. Okay. That's going to be plus my 2. That's going to be 17.
I only got a 15.
15. So the two of you kind of perched up together, find some crates nearby, just kind of sitting on them, having some small talk, just kind of taking in the eeriness of the room, just feels uncomfortable, a bit dark. And every so often, you do see that billowing, sort of low mist roil in from the room next door. And you can hear just the slight whispers accompanying in the air, emanating from that gate beyond. Some of them are words that you don't understand. Some of them just sound like random sort of ramblings. Every once in a while, you can pick out a sentence in common. Come with us. Where do you want to go? I will take you anywhere you want. Seemingly a cacophony of inviting sentences, instructing you to either come towards the gate or use it in some fashion.
Oh, I'm assuming you hear that too.
Yeah, it's not bothering me. I mean, creepy voices and asking they can take me where they want to go, but I don't need to go anywhere. I'm where I want to be. You're right next to me, right?
Yes. Last time I looked into it, I saw hell, so I'm not in a rush to go back.
I never got to check in with that. Are you all right?
I am as good as someone can be when they see he used to be one of my closest friends, doing the bidding of a devil, god fiend person, mass slaughtering people. So.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it? If not, that's also okay.
I just, the thing about it, and when I say friend, he was a friend to me, but he was also a client.
Client?
Yes. A long time ago, I used to work at brothels as a companion sorts. People were lonely. They wanted someone to read to them or go to parties, make sure that they didn't look completely alone, which they always were. But that's how I learned a lot of my languages. Anyways, that's not the point.
You get that bag.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of things to make it by, but he was always really kind and wonderful and soft, and I didn't think he would be the sort to serve such evil. I didn't think he had it in him, and now I kind of wonder if one day I will have to stop him.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but Fiend always says that he'll finish my food for me, so some part of me kind of relies on that as a concept.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you are doing what you can and you're as best as you can be right now. Just know that I'm here. And I'm not going anywhere. At least anytime soon.
Ooh, foreboding, maybe, and hopefully not foreshadowing. What's this about a war?
Which one?
The one within yourself, the one between you and Asgard. Pick one.
That's a lot, actually. I've been in a lot of wars, now that I think about well, maybe that's why I'm used to the whispering. Well, do you know what the Asgardians did in the Feywild? What they did to my people? Or, the best I can say my people, they're not really my people, but I feel obligated to be there for them. But, yeah.
So, you'll take the throne? You are a prince, after all.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want the throne, nor do I need it. I think what I want to do, and the subject to change, is I don't want to be my father's son. I want to be my mother's. And my mother did all that she could to protect Asgard at the cost of her own life. I don't want the throne. I don't. I've seen what power does to people, and I don't think I can handle the pressure. And besides, whatever could I want that I don't already have? Whatever could I need that I don't already have? You're here. They're here. And just so you know, I that joke I made about if I'm something royalty, what does that make you? That was a joke. Unless, would you want that? I mean, you are Fae as well to an extent.
I'm a lot of things.
Lovely is one of them, but yes.
Don't go adding silver lining to such a question, although very kind.
It's just, it's there. There's a possibility, but I've sort of gathered that you're the type to want to settle on a farm and live a simple life rather than the life of a court.
Oh, strange.
It's there. I don't want that. But I would if you asked.
Far be it from me to ask anything of you that you would not want. I know where my heart lies, and that's in a little farm on a little hill in a little nowhere town. And and she looks back towards the group of people with like growing weird nasty shit on them. Apparently I'm one to get my hands dirty, so I'm not really one for a court, unfortunately. But I would never stop you from going, ever. Like I could, but
I mean, I already made my decision. I'm going to do what I can for my people. But ultimately, with you in my life, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
well, in this impending war, try not to get yourself killed, because I think that I would like to spend a lot more time with you, and I can't very well go doing that if you're, not here, so.
Strange sort of frowns with a mention of time. Rhaenyra, I'm going to outlive you, right?
Yes, I do.
I probably won't age. I won't grow old. I am sad because while you could give me your life, your entire life, I can only give you a little bit of mine. Are you okay with that?
I don't necessarily see it that way. I think I get to live a full, beautiful one, and maybe you don't get to complete yours with me, and that sounds like heartache more so on your end than mine. I get a completion. You have to go on, and that's a whole different kind of heartache. That's up to you.
It's a heartache that I'm willing to bear, because I've already experienced so much with you now. I wonder how much I will experience, what time we have left together. And I've already accepted that you may pass. Wouldn't be happy about it. But I'll find the strength. Say, can I ask an out-of-pocket question?
Oh, God.
Just a little bit.
Sure,
Just hear me out.
Fire away.
Is Ramira your actual name? You don't need to tell me your actual name if this is the case, but just curious.
No one has asked me that before.
Is there a reason?
No one ever liked the girl with too big of eyes, and the girl that could shapeshift, and the girl that was from somewhere else, and so I crafted something that somebody would like.
Well, I think I remember telling you this back whether we were in, when we were first starting to get to know each other. I would like you. No. I would love you. No matter what or who you choose to be. Because ultimately, it's a part of you. I don't need to know your name. I'd love to. In fact, I'd love to hear, more importantly, your last name. But just an out-of-pocket question.
That sounds very fayish of you, a full name and all.
Well, my name is strange. But, yes, I am a fae.
Burks.
Yeah.
Sig Burks.
Sigburks is your last name?
Well, Sig is my first. Burks
Oh.
is my last.
Burks. Huh. Well, one day, if we don't die, maybe I'll do the Fae thing and take your last name. And Sir Strange is just gonna go one, just gonna go stare off in the distance.
I'm gonna go wake up Tarek now.
Oh, can we do it together, please, please? I really want to.
She's going to lace her hands in theirs and give the top of their hand a kiss. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So Strange looks really hard, like.
Don't
And in turn, Tarek is going to wake me up.
facts. We wake Tarek up.
Oh,
Wait,
you're just
hold
waking
on,
me up.
hold
with
on.
my connection.
I got. Wait. Is it Fiend's turn?
Yeah, Fiend is next time
Oh,
last.
my bad, my
So
bad.
Okay. We're not gonna.
Okay. I thought
Wow,
you were waking me up to stop
wait,
fucking
Doesn't
me.
tell Ramira that he has two eyes.
Well,
They
he's
haven't
always,
looked at him.
That's 2
You're
eyes.
asleep.
always had two eyes to
Yeah,
me,
he always-
okay?
They have
We
6
wake
eyes.
up-
I
I
swear
have
to
6
God.
currently.
We wake
Oh.
up Fiend because I forgot. I thought Tarek was next in the initiative order, and then I
Yeah, I'm
realized
last.
Okay.
I unlace hands with Strange, and I'm like, maybe I should just wake him up.
Yeah. Oh, wait, but. Hey.
Fiend just.
Not the not. I pinched his gut.
My
Good
turn.
morning. Good morning.
Tripping about your fairy partners?
Of course.
Yeah, good.
Hey, so things are getting a little bit weird. And she points over to Tarek. It's a little bit, it's getting
Weird like the time that Pharaoh was 3 foot and he had giant hair.
Yeah, but worse. I think it's worse because we know we're closer to, like I said, the Chernobyl area, which nobody really seemed to understand. But I'm afraid that when I wake up, I'll look a lot worse than this. Or maybe I'll have superpowers. I one time read this book about a spider boy. It was very interesting. Got bit by a spider near a nuclear reactor, and then afterwards he was like, "Oh, I am like a spider." It was very cool. I liked it a lot.
This fiend's kind of turning Tarek over. He goes, "And did your spider boy look like this?"
So, funny enough, as you turn over said spider boy,
God damn it. I hate it.
along with the 6 insect-looking eyes going from the forehead past the middle part of the head, sort of around this area, you notice multiple limbs.
On his face?
Nope. Around his body in very odd places, like a little tiny arm coming out of his bicep, a leg coming out of the inner part of his thigh,
James,
and
stop it.
just like a hand that's like partially coming out of the shoulder that's just like just feeling around the shoulder area. Another like long skinny leg coming out of the calf muscle that's kind of out to the side and it's very skinny and malnourished.
This man has spider eyes and baby limbs.
Yes, actually, let me see if I can do anything about that before I go to sleep so I can get my full juice back in tomorrow.
That'd be a good idea.
Do something what you say. Oh wait, no, I'm second level. Greater restoration.
Fucking shoulder hand. It's too close to the neck.
Just in his sleep, the little hand out of his shoulder just itches his face.
No, I hate that so much.
Little shoulder hand just.
So,
No, okay, I've end my suffering, Kevin. I put fucking great restoration on this boy. Oh, you're muted. Muted.
So you go over, sorry, I was laughing too much. Go over, same ritualistic incantations that you've done so many times before.
Mm-hmm.
Warm up the hands, go over to Tarek. Start to sort of radiate the energy around his arms and legs, and the limbs either just fall off and ash, or they grow back into his body and sink back into his skin.
Repulsive.
His insect eyes remain.
You are an expensive boy. And she casts greater restoration on his eyes again.
Blip bloop. Both of them take them away as the eyes just sort of sink, like parts of the forehead skin kind of
Ew.
like over the eyes,
Kevin.
flesh, and the other two eyes just pop out one of the other like grapes.
Well, with that new, fresh nightmare fuelish hell, I bid you good night.
Is there anybody else who's been affected thusly, Kevin?
So far it was just Tarek, yourself, and Farrell. So no one else had been affected yet.
Okay, wonderful. God, I'm trying to figure out what I was going to say to you now from that visceral imagery we just both betook ourselves.
Fiend's kind of like messing around on the ground. He looks back up.
Are you all right?
I see you.
Oh, okay. Oh, Fiend.
Drops the eyeball. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Why did you ask?
Wait, did the eyeball drop?
Yeah. So two of the top, his skin like melted over the eyes and became flush with his forehead. The other two just protruded outwards and just popped out like little tiny grapes.
Like a raccoon with green grape. Strange, please, I'm begging you. For God's sake. Fine, I can't stop you. And
I take one and cup around my hands, and I lay down.
It's gonna dry out like a raisin by the time you wake up. Not. Okay.
All right, so with your strange laying down to sleep.
I guess that's it for me. I'm gonna go to sleep now because I've forgotten what I was gonna say to you, so I'm gonna go to bed now. Right, bye. Fuck.
Bye-bye.
It's okay. You can take a minute if you wanted to continue to have a conversation.
God, I couldn't if I tried right now. I don't know what. It's gone. Empty.
Fiend and
It's
Strange,
gone.
masters of deflection.
Okay. You said fine.
Damn.
Fine as in fine, or fine as in freaked out?
Why would I be freaked out?
But faking it. Well, you got like jumped by a gang of owl folk not too long ago.
Oh, you weren't here to see the worst of it. Tarek got the worst of it.
You know, I did hear a lot of like happening, and I wasn't sure what was going on, and a lot of it sounded very bad.
It was bad. It was like karma, like instant karma for something he didn't even do.
Oh, okay. That's not really how karma works.
It was as though karma was aiming at me and hit him instead.
You know what?
Many times
That seems
in the
to
face.
happen a lot, actually. It seems like karma, in the form of some unbeknownst to us energy, is really trying to take you out, and then it goes to someone else in this party.
That's because whenever I ascend to godhood, I'm going to find karma and make her my wife.
Oh, I didn't know you were the marrying kind.
I just figured that was less rude.
Sure, yes, by all means. I'm sure Dewdrop was very, very patient with you in your learning years over the 10, like to speak about women in such a way.
Meadow Twill was a man.
Well, one day I would love to hear about your adventures, seeing as it happened in a night and I wasn't there technically for 10 years of yours. I would like to hear about it at some point.
Well, maybe I'll regale you one night with stories of the forgotten time.
All right. Well, I'm just over there, so please let me know if you need anything. You're not by yourself.
Yes, if eyeballs or baby limbs begin popping out places, I'll make sure to wake you up.
I'll get right on that. Thanks. And I go to sleep.
I pass out for the last couple hours of watch. Fiend. Oh, Sir Strange.
Well, Fiend walks away. Strange. Throws the eyeball, flicks it.
To
Just
where?
Flicks it at who? Where?
Flicks it so it rolls over in such a way where Tarek will see it, like basically not like hitting him, but enough when he wakes up he'll see an eye, and I'll be like,
Roll
A
a
trap.
d20. Just a d20, nothing added.
a 12.
A 12. So you just, before you go to sleep, you kind of just like sort of roll this grape-like eyeball over. It doesn't go like right next to Tarek's face, but it gets like a good like halfway there between you and him.
And then I sleep.
All right, so Fiend, you being the last one up here, make me another perception check.
Roger. It'd be a 19, just a raw 19.
19. So kind of just hanging out by yourself for a couple hours, alone with your thoughts. A lot of thoughts brewing around your head, thinking about where you're going to go next, thinking about how all these threads are connected somehow. You look over towards the hole in the wall, and those roots that have slowly kind of been crawling out seem to be a little bit closer to you now. And one of the roots you noticed had been recently broken off. And bits of red sap coming out of that root is just slowly pouring out. and slowly going towards where you are. It's not close in any way. It's not like about to touch your toe, but you can see just from like the liquidy pattern that's sprawling out of the root. It's kind of slowly rolling out and then kind of taking a slight direction, crawling towards you.
Is it like a stream, or did it just come out of the root like a small being?
So it's kind of like a stream, like it's pooling out of the root, like liquid coming out of a hose, and it just seems to be naturally rolling towards sort of where your party is, but then it kind of juts out to the right, and like a little small bead is just slowly crawling towards where you are.
I'm gonna firebolt the edge of the root to try to singe it, like cauterize that little open wound.
Okay. Instantly catches on fire like gasoline, roils over and starts to boil and squirm as the end of the root kind of chars up, becomes hard as the ash around it solidifies. But you hear that subtle squeal, that popping noise as you do.
I kind of walk over with a jar and scoop up the gook.
Well, you just destroyed it.
The whole thing trailed. I thought they were like I thought you said one.
Yeah,
like,
the whole thing
broke.
trailed up to the root that it came out of and cauterized it and sealed it. If
Good.
you wanted to get some, you could kind of rip some out and get some in a
Nope.
vial.
I am okay. No more opening that tree. That is a sandbox that I wish not to play in. However, I will kind of like walk out of the hole and kind of inspect like the things are obvious. There's obviously things going on here. So I'd like to kind of like take a look around, look at the tree and the hole, the portal.
The gate. Okay. Is there anything particular you're trying to look for?
I saw that Farrell and Ramiro were kind of staring into it before everything happened, and so I'm curious as to see what they were looking at.
Okay. So you're gonna go over and take a look into the portal.
Yeah, because nobody had time to explain it to me before I was zapped away and beaten half to death.
Okay. So as you kind of just try to killing time, you got a couple hours before everyone's got to wake up. You just kind of.
I've watched a lot of horror movies, John. I always thought this wouldn't happen, but proving otherwise.
Hey, I'm not gonna
Here
lick the
we
end of the
are
root.
out here berating Farrell.
No, that was justified, Ivy. But
no, this is also justified.
Good show.
As you start to crawl or walk your way over to the hole in the wall, just sort of make a big sort of stride forward, stepping over the roots, collectively coming from the bottom of this gate. You just kind of make your way over the clattering of your boots to stone, kind of echoing in the hollow room. Step up to the gate, and it's just a vast empty space of swirling galaxies in the background, various planetoid looking things kind of moving in strange configurations. Milky Way galaxies, stars abound. You can just get lost looking into this moving vestige of a portrait of the universe. And as you kind of step to it, you become kind of mesmerized by it, hypnotic even. And in this instant, this instinct comes to you. What would be the location that Fiend would want to go to if he could go anywhere right now?
He has he's only ever had three things on his mind: his dad in prison, Reynard, and how to obtain the power of a god, which he now knows is the Titan relics. I'm trying to think about. I would say probably the Titan relics are the most recent on his mind.
But So not so much what was recently on your mind. What is in Fiend's heart and soul?
Oh.
If he could go anywhere right now and just be there in an instant, like in his heart and soul, where would he want to go?
The prison.
The prison. You start to gaze into the circular device, mesmerized by the gaze and the dance of stars and various galaxies swirling around in it. Hypnotically, you're drawn to it, and as you look on, you take a step forward and another step. You just find yourself kind of leaning in, like standing on the edge of a tall skyscraper, the gravity of your location just seemingly bending yourself over the edge. This gate has a similar effect. And as you look in, suddenly the slowly drifting planes inside start to move around and swirl. And they start to part. And you find your field of view entering into the portal. You're standing still, but your vision is just so affixed into this point. You find your vision just seeping into this gate. You find your vision passing by various planes, galaxies, big gaseous stars, some expanding and some coming to birth as you go past them into the material plane that you know as Faerun. Past the atmosphere of this planet, past the seas and the forests, to the northwest part known as Icewind Dale. Past the mountainous terrains, the icy landscapes, all the way to the farthest reaches where the sea resides. And this hexagonal structure comes into view like a satellite image, zooming in farther and farther and farther. You see several guards lined up, a couple ships outside being loaded on to with various supplies. Guards all wearing the similar outfits that you had run into previously before you went on to face the goddess of Icewind Dale herself. Zooms in farther into the hexagonal courtyard. All of a sudden you find your vision vertical. Almost in a 360 degree looking around. You see various cells adorned on each line of the hexagonal structure. Vision looks various humanoid shapes. Some human, some elven, orc, Eladrin. Circling around, stops. You see a man. Head down, elbows on the knees. As your vision slowly creeps closer, this oily, dreaded, long, scattered hair draped down, a beard with about 9 or 10 different dreaded bearded knots, almost like a dwarf themselves had knotted it over time, seeps down low. Some sort of old, muddled prison guard, looked like made out of burlap sack in a grayish coloration, matching the various prisoners around, with a hexagonal symbol and a barcode with numbers underneath. As your vision goes in closer, the wall behind it is decorated with multiple etchings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All over the walls on behind him and on the two sides. And you see something in his hand. a locket, the long silver chain, just fiddling. Your gaze stops there, before the bars. Do you wish to
Yes.
go closer? The vision goes past it. Closer still, face still covered by the matted hair. The imagery, like a camera, goes topside. You're looking at the locket as your father fidgeting with an image. On the front of it is an etched signature of the Skeleton Key Gang. And as the man stops fidgeting, opens it up, and it's an image of you as a young boy.
I look to the wall with all the etchings. I can't like touch or feel anything.
You can certainly try.
He tries to put his hand on his shoulder.
The imagery of the man holding the locket in place. Head kips up. As you lay your hand on the shoulder, this ethereal body of yours that you're able to see, translucent, tips of your fingers start to become solid, and it creeps up your fingers. Slowly going past your knuckles.
I'd let go.
Your vision slowly going back from the elongated hair of the man in the chair, looking around like a breeze or a whisper had been just uttered into their head. And your vision goes past the bars, back further still, past the outer wall of the hexagonal space. It's going further and further away. Above the clouds, above Icewind Dale. You suddenly hit back, tumble down the altar. And you're back into the room of the gate, looking up as the swirling planes dance for a minute and then calm themselves back into a drifting state.
Priorities. I stand up, look around. As that tree started growing more into the
seemingly where you kind of put fire upon it seems to have stunted it a bit. This voice, these whispers come into your ears. Indecipherable at first, much like how Ramira and Sir Strange saw or heard. But they now come to you. We can take you anywhere you desire. Where do you want to go?
I know you can take me anywhere. And trust me, you will. In about 53 minutes.
The key.
So that's why.
You want to see your father again.
Yes.
Don't let that shut us off.
Are you going to be my new friend, Kate?
We have much more to be of use.
How do I get back once I go through?
Picture the page you want to go to. The most in this world.
Does this key make me return to the gate once I've gone through?
Once you go through, you cannot come back.
Fair enough. Fiend puts the key away. Suppose it's time to wake the others up. Be back in a jiffy, Gate.
Much more use to be had.
Yes.
And with that, so I made a mistake with these. You walk over. You walk over to your friends as it now is early morning. Much of the party seemingly having a good bit of rest, although maybe some of them feeling a little uneasy. Cold bead dripping down Farm Tarek's head from all the crazy mutations they went under. As you walk to them to wake them up one by one. Tarek?
Wasn't there one more watch? I swear there was a fourth watch, and that was going to be Tarek's, I believe.
Oh, we said
Oh, yeah. There was one.
Oh yeah, because the Strange and Ramir did theirs together.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure if it was 3 or 4.
I don't remember what we said.
Is it 3 or 4 watches? I'm happy with either.
Well, 2 of them went at the same time, I guess. So, yeah, there could be another watch.
I'm happy with either.
Up to you guys.
Whatever you guys want to do, I'm okay with it.
I guess I'll ask Tarek. Did you want to do something on your final watch, or?
I did, but it is something I could do in early morning whilst everyone else is awake.
Wake up, Tarek. I'm like a cat. Do you want to see the present I brought you?
It can be early morning. Just there is something Tarek definitely wants to do.
Okay, then we'll just say start
cool.
waking everybody up,
Yeah.
Fiend, and then we can get to that.
Yep. As I'm walking back, do I see the eyeball on the ground?
Oh yeah, it's like halfway between Tarek and.
Can we not, please?
I just kind of like kick it to the corner.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
Like, what are you still doing here? Click.
You still doing here?
Fiend just kind of like claps his hands a little bit, just like, all right, time to go, everyone. Up and at 'em, breakfast and such. Creepy trees, tree sap and all.
Wait,
Breakfast in a place like this?
creepy trees. Hold up. What?
Yeah,
they
some
speaking?
tree was.
Is it Sylvan?
They're speaking Sylvan, and I don't understand it.
Uh-huh.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
How did everyone sleep?
Well, all right, I suppose.
Fine enough. I want to get out of here as soon as possible. This place gives me the creeps.
Yes.
I
yes.
feel great.
Good.
That's great.
Mhm.
I'm really glad to hear that.
She gives the no-go sign to Farrell of like, I got it.
Best rest sleep I've had in a while.
Oh, good.
You
Good.
don't say even.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She elbows Strange.
I'm so happy for you.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see that?
Oh, you don't need a perception check. It's pretty close to you.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
a little
What?
like boisterous form near you.
What?
Somebody drew a mustache on your face and we wiped it off. It's fine.
Oh, I already have a mustache. How?
I couldn't help
I'm
myself. It was
It
really
wasn't above
I'm
you.
gonna I'm gonna go to my plate armor. I'll just extend my chest out.
I'm sorry, Tarek. I couldn't help myself. You just looked like a mustache.
We
Yeah.
should be going,
Yeah.
right? We're in a
Wow.
Chernobyl situation.
Right.
What's that?
It's I already told you, it's this place where it's yucky and it's cursed and people die there.
Oh, the woke
And they
thing.
get-
Right.
Well,
No, it's actually a historical event. It's quite important to a lot of people, but that's not important. That's what
Strange is dying.
No.
So,
Strange
jokes,
doesn't sleep well.
old jokes aside, what did you two see when you were staring into that gate? I hadn't had an opportunity to speak to you on this.
I saw my own personal nightmare of one of my closest friends helping, was it Bale? Bale, kill people in a similar fashion as when he tried to kill me and my friend who was helping him.
That is not okay.
Also, Zafe's men were there. Zafe.
That's even less okay.
Wing's men were there. God, he has so many names.
Yeah, I can't even imagine having that many.
how bizarre.
Absolutely.
Right, I saw
Absolutely.
Salil and Hathwin and then the Chewingas under house arrest in the house, and then Asgard preparing for war.
Right, no shortage of problems then.
No,
Oh,
not really.
good.
Salil.
So I decided to inspect the gate during my shift.
Oh.
So what did you see?
You did?
Yes,
By yourself.
right.
But no one there to help you.
Well, I have the
Something went
key. I
wrong.
could maybe turn it off if it's.
Did you jump? I'm surprised you. Okay, anyways, what did you see?
So I know both of yours are true because I saw my father in the prison in Icewind Dale.
Well,
You saw him.
Yes. He's been there a very long time.
I'm sorry.
Well, when I put my hand on his shoulder, I began to go there.
What?
Go there.
Yes,
Teleportation. Out
Yes.
of the Feywild.
it was materializing me in the cell with him.
And you didn't go.
Priorities and such.
Did he see you?
Maybe.
Did you speak to him?
No,
Did you try? Oh,
I don't think I can.
Did you want to go?
Priorities.
Right.
As much as I want to help my father, There's not much things in this world that I would obviously rather do, considering the gate was able to read my heart. But
What?
there's a war coming to the Fae. There's Gloomwing on the run, collecting god tier items. There's a lot to deal with at the moment than my own personal problems.
She puts a hand on his forearm. We're going to get him. I promise.
Yes. I had another idea. Information is what we need. We can read about it, or we can use this gate to get us to someone who knows way too much information.
Like who?
Who would work with us?
Like a god,
Better question.
or an archfey.
Oh.
Ooh, which archfey are you thinking of?
The very same.
The one with the ears. And she changes into
Oh.
the fox.
Could you imagine? He must know very many things. He's been to very many planes.
Would he work with us?
So you
He
want-
also probably has a collection of things that he shouldn't have.
That
I
is
feel
the-
like there's 3 stones here: information, manipulation, things to use against maybe other Fey Lords,
So what do we offer?
revenge.
I waggle my foxtail that I have now.
You're very deep in there. But what do we offer him?
Life.
Yes, I think actually I'm with Fiend on this one. I mean,
Like,
I was wondering about what our approach to finding Reynard was going to be, and well, we'd be going into his domain, so he would have the upper hand. But if we can go straight to him, past any defenses he may have, I mean, the element of surprise is on our side. That would be actually
We
very helpful.
can try trading him at first. I do have a few rare things on me,
Mhm.
but if that doesn't work, we beat him to death, or at least close to it.
I mean, we could kill him and I could just raise him back up. Oh, that sounds
That
terrible.
would be terrifying. Can you do that? Can you?
Yes, actually.
Wait a
Honestly,
second.
for 10 days, I could just leave him around for a while.
Who would hate
This
that?
Well,
is getting
don't-
darker.
We don't have to kill him unless that's
Why don't we discuss
goal.
whether or not this is a good option, and then we can make a plan.
Right. What are our other options?
Could we actually read the books that we got earlier?
Yes.
yes.
That I feel like would be a good place to start. Maybe we could get something somewhat helpful from those things and then reevaluate.
We can read the books that we got, though, right?
Some of them we could.
Some
I could
and
read
some
that.
parts.
Some
Some
parts
parts,
of it.
okay.
Because I have, let's see. Tarek has the Armaments of Broken Earth, Fiend has Beyond the Silver Archway, Pharaoh has the Canticle of Decay, or 9 Adorations of the Lord of Plagues. I have the Grey King's Courtier, and Strange has the World Flayed, a Treatise of Pain.
Lovely.
And
I
I'll
vote
very
that
much
one go last.
Yes, I also agree.
I'll go second and last.
I really want to read mine. I want to know what mine's about so bad. The title has piqued my interest since we've gotten it.
Yeah, I feel like mine, Beyond the Silver Archway, is the 4th in the Golden Compass Chronicles.
This is all actually a series that we have. We've split it up.
Oh my god.
So, reading this and
Are we gonna read? Also, so last night everyone got a little weird. Looked a little yucky for a hot minute. We shouldn't spend too much time here because I feel like
Tarek had 6 eyes and baby limbs.
no.
Sorry, what?
wait, baby limbs? That one's new. Wait, what?
I'm sorry. Whoa.
It
We're not
doesn't-
moving past that one.
I
Fiend, what?
cured you. It's fine. You didn't even notice.
So that's why I felt like I'd had such good sleep. I knew it.
Because of my
Ah,
accurate and wonderful
magically
medical
good
care.
sleep. Thank
And
you, Ramira.
Yes. See. Anyways, that's not
You
the
really
important.
weren't going to tell me, were you?
But see,
Why
I didn't draw
tell
my special
you?
face, so I lied. I'm sorry.
However, I felt like everyone needed to know base so that we could move past this and get out of the yuckiness. However, I do think Someone has to watch the gate.
I'll watch.
I'll watch it.
I was say there's like,
Hold on.
who do you want to watch it?
I believe Strange and I are the only two people who haven't succumbed to the ick at the moment. So I think this should go based on highest constitution.
Yes, you're both very
Put a
strong.
number on it if you
You're
have.
both very healthy.
What's your highest? What's your constitution?
Wait, are you guys vaccinated? Because
My
like
con save is a +7.
You have a +7.
Yeah, on
+7.
con saves.
Okay, I also have a +7 on con saves.
Nice.
Okay, but I did not look in the portal.
That is true, but I have the key.
True.
Oh,
I can turn it off if I need
Girls,
to.
You're both very pretty. Just one of you go into the pageant.
It's up to you. Look, I'm
I'm gonna
pretty-
watch the gate.
You're gonna watch the gate.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I also have fire to stop that tree.
Wait,
Okay.
you fired the tree too?
Oh, yeah. I'll
I'm
do
gonna
that.
start reading.
You do that.
All right.
Oh, wait.
So, Ramira,
No, you.
the first book.
I'm
All right.
reading my personal book, which is The Grey King's Courtier, which sounds saucy.
Okay. So, a couple of things for these. So these were some sacred Titan tomes that you had found deep underground in the
Titan tomes can
cultist
be saucy.
part of the church here, remembering that the Temple of the First Angel that was given as a monument to the champions of the Divine War, the Titan War, was built over a Titan church that a bunch of cultists came to like years and years and years ago to give homage and make blood sacrifices to the
Burial
Titan known as Kern, aka that we discovered also known as Galactus.
Yes.
So these tomes were not in the Titan library in the angelic part of the church. That was more tomes about events in the war, description of certain people, certain items. So these are going to have a couple of mechanics to them. So first off, I'm going to need you to roll me a d4. This will determine
Okay.
how many hours it takes to get through this book because it is thick.
Fuck.
Thick.
A 4. Does my arcane anything, like my studious brain power, help me? What am I? Because I'm trying to think. Hang on, I'm just trying to figure out my features are. Because I'm an acolyte. Question mark, does this help me with religious things? Because of like. all my
Okay,
times
for that,
in
I'll give you an
Right.
advantage so you can re-roll and take that amount.
God, I hate myself. 4 again.
Another 4.
I'm so dumb. I'm sorry, Kevin. I took your gift and spit on it.
Okay, so but this isn't. All these books are huge, right? So this would take you 4 hours to complete to read.
I hate
all the way
myself.
through.
Okay.
Knowing that, do you want to continue?
I'm not going to read all of it, but I'm going to read a little bit of it.
Okay.
So
So upon reading a little bit of it,
because I don't want to take 4 hours, maybe like an hour. Can she like do the SAT thing where she looks at how long everyone else reads, and so she can stop when they stop?
Just want to skim read it.
I can't
let's
believe
see.
this. I'm so. Why is this? Why am I the way that I am?
So second part, how long it takes to read the book? 4 hours. Make me an Arcana check.
God. Oh my God. Truly, Saf, you are unbelievable. That's a crisp 11. God.
An 11. Okay. These are all also written in Titan speech, the language that only seemingly Tarek can decipher at this point. So we can say that the reason it's taking you so long to get through it is because you have Tarek kind of helping you to translate as you follow
I'm
along.
learning phonetics.
Pretty much. And
Tarek
then
is teaching you to read.
last
Hey,
but not
apple.
least, okay, so yeah, so
A is for
you start to
awareness.
read the book. You realize like it's very dense. It's gonna take you quite a while. But you start to get into it for like the first hour just to see if you can glean anything from just kind of going through the pages here. Seemingly from that 1 hour of reading this tome, this notorious work of necromancy and nihilist philosophy is sometimes called the decimation hymn in occult circles for its bleak apocalyptic vision of a world utterly given to devastation. It's a work that waxes ecstatic about the mutually assured destruction of a second war between gods and titans, and the possibility of an aftermath where only the unnaturally quickened have earned the right to exist.
Yucky.
And with that first hour of reading this works, I need you, Ramira, to make me a charisma saving throw.
Yes, I will do this thing. Fuck.
Advantage because I'm helping her read.
Well, I was gonna say I get an add of strangers standing next to me, which I assume.
I'll give you advantage for Jimmy's mom.
It's okay. I won't take the advantage. I know myself. It won't matter. I'm just gonna take it like a man. Okay, that's pretty good. 27 plus the 4 with strange, so 31.
So as you're reading through this dark, ominous tome with these passages of destruction calling forth the Second War, you start to get this inkling of a migraine as you read. Like staring point blank at the TV for way too long. You just feel your eyes straining, those sort of veins that pop up in your temples kind of throbbing. You just start to get the remnants of a headache, but nothing too much painful other than that.
Usually I enjoy reading so much. I literally taught myself a bunch of things. Oh gosh, through books. Anyways, that's not the point. This is all about like necromancy and how like when the world has been raked over coals and no one's left, only basically the undead or those who have been raised again will live. It's very spooky. Also, I can't help but feel like we'll catch something from these tomes. They feel spooky.
Like mummy rot?
What are you saying over there?
Nothing.
I mean, no harm ever came from reading a book. It's just a book. This is a bit. This is a joke. But there's been plenty of books that have kicked our asses, actually.
Do you wish to
Eric just
continue
looks
the
at you.
second hour?
I don't
Or does
think-
anyone wish to we'll do it this way. Ramira read the first hour of their book. Would anyone else like to read the first hour of their book? And we can kind of go hour to hour so everyone's got a bit of a time here. I guess I see 2 hands out there. Farrell and Sir Strange. Who wants to go first?
Jade can go first.
Or do you want to roll for it? We can do that too.
No,
Do rollies.
no. Jade.
Roll initiative.
I'll go.
Sir Strange, which book do you have again?
The really long titled one.
The murder happy one.
Yeah, that one.
Hang on, it's the World Flayed, a treatise of pain.
Aha, my
Yeah.
favorite.
The True Crime Podcast, yeah.
Yes.
So same thing with you, Sir Strange. Roll me a d4.
Okay. Let me go get that right now. You stealing the DB on for this one. I don't know where my D4
We'll give you advantage because Tarek has to help transcribe it for you, so you have some assistance.
Wait, what is he transcribing?
The Titan speech that's infused into the book.
Okay.
It's kind of like you're all like a reading classroom, and Tarek is going around as a teacher's aide, being like, "Yeah, that's what that says."
Okay, I rolled 3.
3. Okay, so 3. It'll take you 3 hours to read the book completely, and also give me a Arcana check, please.
Okay. Whoa. 26.
26. So upon reading your first hour of your tome, Sir Strange, seemingly this is nothing less than a lovingly detailed guidebook on torture as a sacrament, filled with stomach-turning illustrations and grotesque, wow, word I can't even pronounce, marginalia? Marginalia.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, I'll need you to roll me a charisma saving throw as well.
Oh fuck! Let's do this. Oh, that's one of my best actually. So okay, 22.
22. So same thing. After you read the first few passages, you just feel this slight headache, migraine kind of take effect, but nothing too dangerous.
Cool.
Okay, and then Farrell, we'll go over to you for your first hour. So same thing. Roll me a d4.
D4. Where's my D4? There's a D4. That's a 3.
3 and Arcana check.
And Arcana check. And my Arcana, I believe, is decent. It is. Okay, cool. Ooh, that is going to be a 19.
19. What was the title of your book?
Staff, which one was? Oh, mine was the decaying one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to write notes at the same time.
the
Canticle of Decay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So going through your tome, this seemingly is a collection of blasphemous hymns in praise of the Titan Churn, aka Galactus, full of imagery of disease, infestation, and rot.
The bard side of Farrell's happy.
So yours will take 3 hours to complete the full of it as well. And then Fiend, what did you have?
I had Beyond the Silver Archway.
Beyond the Silver Archway. Okay, so roll me a d4 and a Arcana check.
I got a 2 on the D4.
Okay, so we're a bit shorter than the others.
Ooh. Hold on, what's my Arcana? And a 22 on Arcana.
Arcana. So this is a dissertation of the plane of dreams and what stranger worlds may lay on the far side of it.
Ooh.
And on the uses of insanity as a means to invoke arcane power.
Oh. Do tell.
Ooh.
You really went from, am I into this? Oh, right,
I'm
I'm into this?
Book?
This is
No.
my
Book?
shit.
No. Book?
And then Tarek, with your tome, same thing, D4 and Arcana check, please.
Are we
Oh,
are we just reading all of these now?
So we're just reading the first hour. Everyone's kind of going through the first
Okay.
hour, just reading them just to get a gist of what
Yeah.
they are, and if they want to continue reading further. Fiend,
Tarek has
roll me a
something else he
charisma
wants to
saving
do.
throw as well. You probably get a billion, but might as well.
It is a
someone-
charisma saving throw. 19.
Which one?
8 plus
19.
11, 19.
There you go. You're good. Same thing. Dull headache. Eyes feel strained, but otherwise fine. Tarek?
D10 was it? Yeah. Wait, no,
It
D4.
was a D4 to determine how long it takes to finish the book, and then Arcana check afterwards.
Oh, that's a 2.
Oh, so I only got 2 hours?
Yeah, yours is a bit thinner than the others.
Yeah. Got a 2.
2 hours as well. Okay.
Mhm.
And your book was the armaments one?
Yes.
All right. So for yours, this purports to be a natural history of Titan spawn, detailing their variety and offering some speculation on how they were created.
Interesting.
And the charisma saving throw for you as well.
Charisma saving throw. Wah! Ooh, that's a little better. On the dice.
Plus charisma. Plus 10. 26.
Yeah, so all good. Everyone, again, reading the tomes, the first part, Ramira starts reading hers, and then the rest of you just kind of glance into your own. Upon reading it again, you feel a little unsettled, a little bit of churning in the stomach, a bit of a slight headache. It definitely feels like the book is affecting you somehow, but not in any kind of, deadly, life-threatening kind of way. But you read the first hour, getting a glimpse of what could be contained in this. Do you want to read further, or is that enough for you?
Is this a question for all of us or just Eric?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for all of us.
Oh, I want to
Yeah.
continue reading. I figure we'll at least knock out 2 books.
I feel like there's probably not much for us in this necromancy book. Like, I could keep reading it.
We might as well, just in case. I feel like they'll all be important. So,
All right, I'll keep reading too, I guess.
Okay. So we'll go over to Tarek and Fiend, since theirs will be a bit shorter than the rest of yours for the 2 hours. So for the two of you, make me another Arcana check.
That's the unnatural 20.
Nice.
17.
Okay. So for you, Tarek, as the book kind of explains this thing called Titan spawn, various depictions of seemingly chunks of flesh from Titans that get cut off or used and repurposed to fuse with other items, dark entities. Sometimes Titan spawn seem to reproduce off of the Titan itself. Other times they're cut, or a limb's cut off, or a finger, or shards of skin taken to be manipulated in strange ways. Some resulting in creatures of their own right, and some revealing to be an imagery that you've noticed before, strange, oozy viscous that seemingly takes over the body of another to infuse it to be something greater. Reminds you a lot of Oswick, reminds you a lot of what happened to Mr. Fiend earlier.
Yeah. As Tarek's reading, he'll kind of just, like, when he gets to that part, he'll kind of just look up and just glance over towards Fiend and towards so strange, just kind of remembering that.
And you also discover an incantation, one that allows you to lose a certain spell without using spell slots.
Oh!
This would be Conjure Minor Elements.
Ooh.
So you can write that down as a freebie to be used.
Conjure Minor Elements.
Mhm.
And is that like once per long rest, or just once total, or?
Once in the next 3 days.
Okay. Once every 3 days. Nice. Okay, cool. All right.
And
Awesome.
it is a one and done. So you can use it once in the next 3 days. To be able to.
So I have to use it in the next 3 days.
Yep. And then to be able to sort of figure out how the incantation, because this ritualistic way of sort of casting a spell is very complicated, hard to read in this Titan speech. So in order to do it again, you'd have to go through the check of the Arcana and the Christmas
So it's
date.
kind of it's kind of that thing where I get to the end of the book and it's just like, activate the incantation. Oh, damn it! The timer just comes up. It's like,
it's kind of like a dark way of using a wizard tome.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for Fiend, these weird incantations, being able to use insanity as a means to invoke arcane power, seemingly being able to manipulate your magic and the effectiveness of it to have it be accompanied with the imagery of nightmares, of whatever that entity or that person fears the most, infusing your attacks with this otherworldly, deadly presence. In the next 3 days, you automatically score a critical hit on an attack roll.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh, I gotta write that one down.
Wow.
So giving sort of a dark infusion of otherworldly, nightmarish imagery when you use those attacks.
Sweet.
So that's past the 2 hours. For the other 3 of you, we'll start with Ramira. So going on from where you left off, unnaturally quickened have earned the right to exist. The tomb goes on. Other than the Cantos of the Black Phoenix, which was something that was written down in the journal left behind here that Tarek found. This is also one of the few works to have reliable information about what might be needed to resurrect a Titan.
Okay.
And I'll have you make an Arcana check as well.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. 24.
4. So you find a bit of a dark incantation as well to infuse with your own attacks.
Oh.
Once every 3 days, you may deal an extra 4d8 necrotic damage to a target when successfully hitting with an attack roll.
Whoa, that's great. Sit down. Very exciting. Yee. Cool. I'm gonna write that down.
Okay. And for Feral, the Canticle of Decay. Okay. So same thing. Blasphemous hymns in praise of the Titan churn, full of imagery of disease, infestation, and rot and world destruction. It's
Weird.
like the satanic poem book of
Feral's
the most
loving
awful
it.
things in the world. Yeah, it's very
Carol thinks this is great. Yeah. Perfect for her.
But I'll have you make an Arcana check as well.
Yeah,
as you
absolutely.
kind of read through the book.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, what is my, I think it's plus 7. 21? 21.
Okay. So, also, once in the next 3 days you find a dark incantation yourself, you are able to transmit Sewer Plague when successfully making an attack roll against a creature, which automatically fails its saving throw against infection.
Okay.
Somebody needs to pick up Contagion.
I have that. I could make it work.
Right. And then last but certainly not least, for Strange, with the World Flayed, correct?
Yeah.
So same thing, lovingly detailed guidebook on torture as a sacrament, all these illustrations of grotesque imagery, flipping through the pages, you find your own dark incantation, infusing your attacks as well. More or less, not attacks so much as a specific spell. Once over the next 3 days, when you cast Inflict Wounds, you can do so at first level without using a spell slot and automatically hit with the spell attack.
Okay.
So you basically get a freebie Inflict Wounds first level, and it will automatically hit. Cannot miss.
Every 3 days.
Every 3 days.
Yeah, I'm just like technique. Thank you, though. Appreciate that.
All right. So seemingly through all the grotesque imagery of these detailed, torturous instructions, you find a page that is able to expand the use of Inflict Wounds and make it more visceral, more harsh, more grotesque than you ever thought possible. But after the 2 or 3 hours that you've been reading, I'm going to have you all make charisma saving throws once more.
30.
Natural 20, so.
Oh, bam.
Also, nat 20.
Hey.
What was the damage on Strange's thing?
For Inflict Wounds?
Mm-hmm.
3d10.
3d10.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Just writing notes.
We appreciate you.
Oh, fuck.
What'd you get, Tarek?
22.
22, yeah. So again, just eye straining, bit of a headache. It's hard to kind of get through it, but eventually once you start finding these dark incantations, you just, oh fuck, there's really useful stuff in here, and get through it, no problem. Ramira?
18.
18. Solid gold. Okay. So, with that, having read through these dark tomes, still in the pit by the Solarian gate. Still feel it swirling around. What else would you like to do? Tarek.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Fiend and I finished 2 hours before everyone else, correct?
That's right.
Fiend, you're watching the gate, right?
Yep.
Cool. Tarek's kind of like standing nearby as you're like reading, and he is also reading. Like as soon as you like finish and go to close it, he immediately closes his as if he was waiting for you to finish. It's like, oh, convenient. Fiend. Can I ask you a favor?
Sure, anything.
I'm gonna need your help with something.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look into the gate.
Well, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
The reason I'm gonna need your help is to make sure I'm not tempted.
Well, I've got the key, so go and look away.
Just, if it seems like I'm in there too long, just pull me back.
Sure thing. No problem.
I know you probably know what I'm going to see. Well, everyone knows what I'm going to see.
A family long far away. Home away from home.
Messages haven't been getting through, but if I can communicate this way, that would be something.
Well, shit, I might even just kick you in.
Wow.
At least you'd be safe.
No, like you said, priorities. But as well as seeing home, there is an actual reason I'm doing this that will benefit us, hopefully. There might be some information that Nikari might be able to pass on or might already have from her patron. Anita might be able to help us with this.
Okay. Why don't you give it a whirl?
I mean, do you think it's a good idea or am I crazy? I don't.
Well, 3 people have already looked into the gate. What's a 4th? Gate? This is my friend Tarek. Don't hurt Tarek.
Why are you talking to it? It's not. It's a gate.
This gate's got feelings. It's my friend. One might say I can turn it on.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it turns away. Okay.
All right. Stepping up.
Yep.
Okay. As you take your stance over. You take 2 steps forward and your gaze as well starts to sink towards the portal. The various swirling galaxies, planets, and planes all just adrift slowly. And suddenly, swirling around, your field of vision sinks into the portal as well, flying through the infinite space and galaxy of swirling stars, sifting past them one by one, suddenly like satellite imagery going through the atmosphere of Faerun, through the cloud cover, suddenly twisting and turning towards the direction that you want to go most. And in this instance, it's Neverwinter. Turns away from Icewind Dale, down through the various plains into the western hemisphere of Faerun, over some rolling hills, past city, vibrant, full of activity, going past that into the countryside, to a familiar hedge that contains a very familiar property with a large-scaled mansion-like house on the other end. This sort of orb that kind of represents your vision, gliding through various villagers and windowsills. Familiar smells even are able to waft by you as you go through Neverwinter. Around 7 or so in the morning, the sun's still rising, a little bit of cloud cover, still moisture in the air and on the stone work on the ground as the sun still rises. A few birds kind of pass by your vision as you start to go through that city, past the hedge, sink down towards the front entrance. And you notice a man approaching the front door. Elegant, long coat, 2 tails going down, black slacks, leather shoes, sort of pointed shoulder pads, a coat that's sort of wrapped up past the forearms, long white hair sifted down, black, very fine leather gloves wrapping at the door as this vision of yours comes behind the human, or not the human, sorry, the humanoid figure. Two double doors open, and it's Zerilius, your father, in a dark, thick leather smock, various cuts and burn marks on it from a day's work in his shop, working on various gadgetry to sell at the local market and to various clients of his that he's known fairly well for, being a tinkerer himself, making various gadgets for people's own uses or coming up with those own little fun, clever inventions. Kind of opens up the front door, big leather gloves on, puts up these 2 goggles from his eyes, purple skinned like yourself, horns off to the side. Yes, hello there. May I help you? Oh, yes. Is this the house of Zerilius and Jord Ymir? Well, yes. Yes, it is, sir. My staff are not around right now. We're currently working on a project. May I help you? Oh, yes, you may. It won't take much of your time. My name is Ren, and I've come to you to invite you to a gala.
No.
We are accompanying for various high society types here in Neverwinter. The event is to celebrate everyone's contributions this side of Faerun, for all of the glorious work you and your wife have done. We would be honored, good sir, if you could join us. The event is going to take place in about 4 days' time. Here you go. Hands him over this elegant black envelope with a dark purple waxed seal on it. Zerilius kind of taking it. Thank you, sir. It's very gracious. It's been a while since we've been invited to anything quite exquisite in some time. We're usually the ones hosting the parties, you know. It'd be nice to join one ourselves. Who, might I add, is hosting this event? That will all be explained to you in the parchment there, my friend. It's just more of a congregation of big thinkers and, business types. More like a networking event, but also to celebrate a new year coming around the corner, and just to give thanks for all of your hard work in this community. All of the food will be brought to you. You will not have to pay for a thing. Many of your friends and colleagues will be there as well. I'm going there right now, actually. But it'll be quite the affair. I can assure you. Yes. I can't see why not. Just gotta run it by Joel first, just to make sure everything is all right. When did you say 4 days' time? Yes, 4 days' time to give in the invitation, and the event itself will be taking place 7 days from now. 7 days. All right, can't see, don't know if I have any work done that day, but should work out. Thank you very, very much. It is my pleasure, my dear friend. Do dress up. It's going to be quite the event, I could assure you. Lots of fireworks and a few surprises, I'm sure. Well, very much thank you, and we'll definitely take it under consideration, for sure. No worries, my dear. Have yourself a very merry day, and we hope to hear from you very, very soon. Yes, thank you. Good day to you, Ren. Hey, Jord, I think we got invited to a party. And as your vision is swirling behind Ren, what do you want to do?
I would like to go. Fuck. Fuck. I know what I should do, but this versus what I want to do. This is based on what Tarek would want to do. So, yeah, Tarek's gonna just his vision. He's gonna just watch. So for a moment he's gonna be tempted to follow Ren, but he is gonna stay behind. He's gonna try and slip inside as the door's closing.
Okay, so Ren starts walking down the path to the gate at the front entrance where the hedges are. Your vision sort of sees them walk down, starts to affix on the mansion, presses in through the stonework of the outer walls, goes in flush to a very well decorated interior, full of dark leather, sort of oaky mahogany, various portraits up on the walls of various places they've traveled to, a couple hand-drawn portraits of Nakari, of yourself as young kids, various pipes and various trinkets and things that your dad has kind of made and things that they've collected, kind of an antiquities collector in his own right, just oddities and various brass contraptions around the house. But it goes past the stone hearth of the fireplace, past the chairs and couches, sort of over down the hallway, as you can see your dad just sort of slowly going into their bedroom, as his wife Jord is kind of just coming out from around the bedside, and you just hear them talking about this event. And honey, we've been invited to some sort of gala, I guess. Quite peculiar. I didn't notice the messenger at all. It's no one that we've met before. Oh, well, it's been some time since we got dressed up and gone somewhere. I mean, you've been saying you're gonna take me out to dinner sometime. You keep fucking forgetting. I mean, keep putting yourself in a goddamn workshop all day and working on all of your goddamn clocks and your watches and your fucking tinkerer's tools. And I deserve a nice outing. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes. Fine. Just, I have a few meetings and such that I was going to get to a week or so from now, but I can maybe arrange some things and figure this out. Apparently it's going to be a networking event. Some of our business partners are going to be there. It might be worth checking out. I mean, do we want to invite Nakari as well? She's off doing her own thing, finding herself, traveling around. I don't know if we'd want to bother with that.
At that, Tarek is going to just very quickly try and have a sweep of the other rooms and see if he can find Nakari, see if she's here, because that's who he was originally looking for.
The sort of vision of your body swifts over, and you know this house very well from your upbringing, sort of going around.
He doesn't know this house. He doesn't remember it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to make
first time seeing it all.
That's right. You're gonna have to make me an investigation check.
First time hearing his parents' voices as well. That was, yep. All right. Investigation. Cool.
That's right, because you saw the vision of the house from the outside, not the inside.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yep. That is only a 12, sadly.
12. So your vision kind of goes around to the entranceway. There's some stairs that go up. This place is large.
Yeah.
Very, very large. So you're kind of taking your invisible eye around the upper parts of the house, into the mansion, to the main central wing, down various hallways. There's various studies, libraries, guest bedrooms, kitchen areas, bathrooms, but you're not finding Akari's room.
Fuck.
I'll give you one more chance to look around before you start feeling this tug coming from you.
Okay. Just gonna have one last quick look around. Oh, that's a bit better. That is 13 plus 2, 15. Probably still not great.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of going down the hallway, and then your vision kind of notices something as you pass by the hallway, and it stops for a minute. As you look over, you see carving in the wall of an N and a Y.
Huh. Okay. And it's next to one of the doors.
It's on one of the doors, etched in the letter N and the letter Y.
Can I try and step through?
Step in through into this darkly unlit room. It's kind of hard to see. Dark vision doesn't seem to work well in this mode that you find yourself in. You look around, you look over to the door. Through the light coming in from the window appears to be a lock. Some kind of magical incantation on the inside that's sort of wisping and floating around the handle. You look around, you see a desk barely lit from the window. Above it, there seems to be a curtain kind of pulled down. So there's this sort of thin layer of light coming into the room.
Yeah.
Seems to be a study as well. But seems to be a study that belongs to a very specific person.
Mm-hmm.
As you look around, the study area seems to be a mess. There's papers everywhere, adornments of pillows, various empty cups of tea lying around everywhere, pens on this sort of slanted desk, work desk, and on the floor, a crumpled piece of paper in a waste bin nearby. But you do see a few books open, various markings on them. I'll give you an investigation check at disadvantage because the light is very dim in here.
A disadvantage? Okay, that was all right. Oh, damn it. Well, first roll was an 18, second one was a 11. And it was investigation, so that's plus 2 for me, so 13.
13.
Damn, disadvantage got me that.
So it's hard to make out various details of words, but you are able to notice locations as they're a bit broader. and there seems to be location of some kind and like arrows pointing to a different spot. The first location is familiar to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the site where you met your first patron.
Yep.
Goes over to the second site where you met your last patron. Or sorry, your second patron, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Raz. Then seemingly cities, areas of where you had traveled after that.
Yeah.
And then an arrow pointing to a familiar icy landscape.
No.
Icewind Dale.
Oh, she didn't, did she? Fuck.
That's all you're about to make out.
Ooh, okay. Right. So can I feel this starting to go?
Yeah,
Like,
you can start
okay.
to feel your...
Tarek's gonna very quickly float back towards where his parents were.
It's hard to do. You're sort of pushing through this matrix of an environment.
Yep.
I'm gonna need you to make me an Arcana check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Oh, that was a natural 20 for the first one. Oh, I'm so
You
sad.
also have a D4 of inspiration from earlier. If you
Oh,
haven't.
I will use that. I will use that. Heh. That's a 3. That's an 18 total.
Okay. You feel your vision pushing through as this
Come on.
hold on you, starting to push you out, but you're able to make your way back to the familiar path of where you came from. You start to go towards the bedroom, and you see Zerilius and Jord come through the hallway, start to make their way out to the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
He'll just for a moment he's not quite sure how to address them. Just because it would be weird to say mom and dad when they can't even see him. He'll just call out, just be like, "Hello." See if there's anything. See if they can hear him at all.
Say, "Hello." Your body's being pulled tighter now. "Hello." You see the two of them walking, and then did you feel something just now? It's fine. They start walking, continuing to
I'm
walk out of the slide.
Gonna just keep trying to push towards them and try and like place a hand on one of their shoulders or something, just to try and get their attention.
Make me one more disadvantage Arcana check.
Oh, come on! Oh, that's not good. That's only a total of Arcana. That's only a total of 12.
Your hand, this ethereal, invisible hand, rushes over to touch them, and then the magnetic force that is pushing against you, you're just not able to touch.
No!
And out of the atmosphere, out of Faerun, past the swirling stars and galaxies, and bam! Like a rock hitting you in the face, you tumble backwards from the pedestal and land right on your ass. You're back in the temple of the first angel.
Well, shit.
Get what you wanted out of that.
Tarek just fires a random eldritch blast at the wall.
I guess that's a yes.
Ren's going after more of them. He's going after my family.
Well, I hate to remind you, time moves differently here.
4 days. That's all we have.
Kevin, can I recall what 4 days is in the Fae?
As you start to sort of concentrate and sit down and think about that, we're going to have to take a break. So,
Knew it was coming.
yeah, we're going to take a short break here, guys. We'll just be a quick 5-minute one to refill, drink, stretch out legs, and we will get back to Mr. Fiend's impending questions right after this. 15 seconds is a long time, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Let us dive into part 2, shall we? So, upon the party having successfully gone through their Titan tomes, finding necrotic passages to give them abilities, spells, infused spells without using a spell slot. Tarek and Mr. Fiend being the first two to complete their tomes, Tarek then went to the gate themselves to have their own vision, which they sought to look on to their parents, having been freshly invited to yet another splendid ballroom gala party by our friend and local serial killer, Ren.
I hate it here. So,
that needs to be on a shirt. Beyond the Realms, I hate it here. Tarek. So, with that, Tarek, you slammed backwards, saying, I saw them. They're being invited by Ren. We have 4 days. Mr. Fiend then asked the question, how long is basically 4 human days, 2 days in the Feywild? You don't really have anything to go off of that. You had your crazy dreamscape in the plane of infinity, domain of delight here in the Feywild, but you haven't been able to gauge how long a day is going on the outside to how long a day is going on the inside. Well, the only clue that you do have is that you have been in the Feywild now for, I think it's been 4 to 5 days. If I'm not mistaken.
Something
Maybe
like
3?
that.
3 days.
3, yeah.
3 days. So in 3 days that has gone by, Pharaoh saw a vision of Asgard in a situation seemingly immediately reacting to that academy being destroyed and taken away. So safe to assume that every 3 days in the Feywild is 1 day in the material plane.
So we may have 12 days.
I don't trust it.
Fiend relays that information to Tarek.
Can you be sure of this? I mean, time is not a straightforward thing, especially not in the Feywild. Maybe it's been that long now, but what if it speeds up? What if it changes? I have to warn them.
I can send you there. I just can't bring you back.
I know. I know. We have to stop Glooming whatever he's doing, but I don't know how long we have. We've been pulled in so many different directions by so many different things. All of them on time constraints.
Well, we are but one people. So we have to determine priorities. But that doesn't mean we can't delegate tasks to other people.
What are you suggesting?
Well, there is, of course, Toon and his tribe. Icewind Dale, maybe they can make it to your family in time. We do also have an item that summons a silver dragon. I don't know if it works across planes, but it does owe us a favor.
Only problem is getting the message to them. I've tried to contact Nakari before, but this gate, I don't know, used the magic to stop the message going through. It absorbed its magical power. Nakari never got my message. I never got a response back. When we first arrived down here, I could hear my message being echoed. Never reached her.
I do know of a creature who's been able to slip out of the Fae.
Why not?
All trails lead to one being.
I think Strange just fell over in the other room.
Like a gong.
He's fine.
Are you okay? Hang on. Get up. I got you.
The armor just got a little heavy. He's fine.
Right.
Right.
I'm once again asking for your emotional support.
Okay. Yeah, well, that seems like the way forward then. If we can find Reynard, you get what you want, and
Well, we all want.
answers for us.
Maybe
Yes.
even answers to the Titan relics, maybe answers to Gloomwing.
Yes.
Archfey are old, after all.
Also, you get to skin him alive like you want to.
Yes. And wear him
Yes.
like a... At this point, he's not even going to be a coat. I think that I'm just going to make winter underwear out of him.
Can you
7
do that
pairs even.
after we save my family? And after
sure.
we find out where the relics are, if he knows.
Yes.
Get all the useful information out of him before you skin him.
Right.
Okay. All right. Derek will just pull himself to his feet and kind of walk back towards the others. Thank you, Fiend.
Anytime. Strange.
Strange?
Sir Strange has been processing, a bit concerned with where the events are going, and sort of listening into all the conversations. Strange looks over at the portal. May I make a selfish request?
Who are you talking to?
To everyone, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Because
You hardly ever ask.
I know that we are in a time constraint and there's a lot of things going on. But you've all seen someone or seen the people that you care about most. And while I say that everyone here are people that I care about, and yes, I've seen my father, and yes, I've seen my mother, but there is one person I want to see. I just need to know so I can move on.
Are you asking if you can peer into the portal?
I was asking if that would be okay.
Of course. Why not? 4 out of 5 hardly makes an even number. I suppose it does. But
Well, when the
hardly
ship's
makes a
already sinking-
solid number. Go right ahead. I'll be standing right here to pull you out if anything goes poorly.
Okay. And Strange will slowly make their way to the portal. And just before they look, where the forget-me-not is, they pull and they clench in their hand. And they look into the portal, trying to think of a distant memory of a time long forgotten, only for a moment, of a little girl with elven ears, her mother's eyes, the small, at least back then, ginger curls she had. And remembering her touch, her hand was only but a small portion of Sir Strange's armored gauntlet. And she didn't call Sir Strange strange. She called them Papa. When all the memories rushed back to Strange, they left her behind, not knowing who she was. But it did make sense, and it made Strange feel horrible. And the question was finally answered as to why, when they woke up, a little girl was crying for them to come back, but Strange did not understand who she was. Nor did they understand the elven woman trying to hold her back. There's just regret and pain. Because at the end of the day, Strange was no better than their own father.
So you stand there holding this trinket?
Just more of holding the forget-me-not in their hand, but thinking about their daughter, Marilyn.
As you start to put these very distinct thoughts into your head, concentrate very, very hard and get this very specific image of these two people. This family that you had once upon a time before memories of old was ripped from you from that fey curse that the Prince of Frost had given you all that time ago. As that curse now finally being broken by the Tree of Infinity, this nagging feeling has been coming to you every time you wake, every time you go to sleep. The imagery of these two just invading your mind day in and day out, nowhere else to go. You start to remember the connection you once had with them, the importance that they once had in your life. You step up to the pedestal. You look in, and all of a sudden, the rest of you just see this radiant glow come over Sir Strange as they hold this forget-me-not in their hand, coupled in their metallic metal gauntlets. And the rings around this portal are spinning. And this powerful magic, this energy is just kind of radiating out of Sir Strange in a very odd and unique way that you've never seen before. This golden light aura permeating the outlines of their body. You just hear them whisper a word. Remember. Their feet start to scrape against the stonework as they slowly lift. The rings around the portal suddenly slow down for a split second. As this almost spectral-like projection of Sir Strange just enters into the portal, gliding much like the others of you who have interacted with this device, felt pulled in from like a invisible magnetic force. So Strange, you appear to be just gliding like a hawk on air. Same otherworldly visages just wisping you by as you go into the realm of Faerun, past the atmosphere, clouds coming through you. You find yourself in this meadow, this babbling brook, rolling hills, really nice, quaint little cottage on the side of a river, smokestack going up. High hay, tall grass accompanying the outside, bright and sunny. See a little girl with red hair and pig's tails in a knight's outfit, but made of cardboard. Kind of crudely made. As you see them kind of hacking away at the tall grass and the tall bales of wheat, cutting it down, and you see her going, "Ha! No, Mommy, you're supposed to be dead now. You can't move after you die." And you see this woman kind of sit up from the tall grass, waving long white hair, a scar across their eye. "Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry. Look, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at playing dead, you know. It's an awfully hard skill to learn, to be still for very long periods of time." "Okay, fine. Well, next time we'll do it, okay? But when I hit you, you got to be dead." All right. I promise. I'll be better. Help me up, god damn it." And the little girl helps up this woman with long white hair up, and they're wearing kind of two pants, sort of brown leather pants, or not leather pants, but brown sort of cotton material pants with knee-high boots, a white sort of cotton top buttoned up with two black suspenders kind of holding the pants up, kind of high-waisted, two brown leather gloves on their side as they just kind of hug their daughter. "You know, you're gonna have to take off that cardboard armor at some point." "Oh, but I like it, Mommy. I like it a lot. I'm the knight. I'm the Rosewood Knight." "Yes, my dear. You are. Now go play along. We're going to go have dinner very, very soon." "Okay. Be right back, Mommy." And you just see her kind of just hacking away as she just kind of springs off to the house.
Strange. She's got like fucked up. Damn it, Kevin. So she's by herself.
Yeah. She's by herself now, just kind of standing in the tall grass, just kind of looking on this sort of riverbed. It's a very nice, quiet area, almost like similar to like what the Shire would be. It's kind of a
Shire.
It's kind of a pleasant countryside.
Strange doesn't have their helmet on just yet. Strange puts their helmet on and tightens it. Can Sir Strange attempt to approach?
So you just have this glowing eye of sorts that's kind of invisible, much similar to scrying. So you've kind of got this orbital view of things, and you can kind of will yourself to go closer. And if you can see your hand, it's kind of this translucent, invisible, almost glittering visage.
Strange is going to just look at her. Not thinking. Just whisper to themselves, just maybe loud, a little bit louder. They're not really thinking about it. so proud of you. I wish I could have been a better father. I wish that I could say, I wish I could stay, but I can't. And one day, you're going to be grown up, and you're going to be the best knight you can be. God, you can't even hear me, but remember, a good paladin follows their oath. Best kind of paladin knows when it's time to break it. Also, no boys, okay? Probably like, I don't know how far you get in elven years, but yeah, do that. Also, same thing with girls. Whoever you choose to love, you're valid, and I'd love you either way.
This little girl with pigtails, red pigtails on the side, taking off the cardboard armor, hearing you say this to her.
Oh, fuck! Oh, no!
Are you a ghost?
I'm a spirit. Yep. They call me the Knight of Flowers. I used to be a knight, a paladin even. I knew your mother once too. But for you want to be a knight, right?
Yeah, more than anything. Are you like the Rosewood Knight?
Oh, the Rosewood Knight is... Well, it's a title thing. I was never that. Usually with the Rosewood Knights, it's passed down, but... Hey. What if I told you I could make you a knight right here and now?
You can?
Mm-hmm. I can. It takes another knight to make another knight, and that's what I am.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Well, take a knee.
Okay. She kind of gets off of the chair and goes down on one knee.
So Shin just like looks her over. You must swear this oath in order for you to be a knight, okay?
Okay.
Protect and repeat after me, okay? This is real important.
Okay.
I swear to protect the innocent.
To protect the innocent.
I swear to protect the home.
To protect the home.
The home is where the heart is.
Is where the heart is.
And as long as I follow it,
As long as I follow it,
I shall not be lost.
I shall not be lost.
No matter how far
No matter how far
or how close.
or how close.
I swear
I swear, this is a long oath.
It is, which makes it even more important.
Okay,
I swear
I swear.
to listen to my mother. This is important.
Listen to my mother.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You have the makings of a great knight. Did you know? Some knights don't always need to fight. In fact, Sir Strange remembered the words of a friend. When you're done with all your adventures, you fight the good fight. Consider opening a diner one day. Just 'cause. You'll have tons of adventures stopping by, I promise.
I like food.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Now rise, a knight of the Rosewood.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
And, can you do me a favor now that I've given you knighthood?
Okay.
You know, as a spirit, I've been wandering for quite some time. And you know how I told you I met your mother at some point?
Yeah?
Have you ever met your father?
No. Mommy
Well.
said he was away. They were doing important things.
Well, I'm actually... Strange is just choking up. He'll, Strange just goes to hug her, even though she might not feel it.
Your ethereal body goes to hug, and these radiant arms sort of goes around this little girl and gives her a hug. She's a bit spooked at first.
Your papa is in another world now, and they're probably going to be gone for a while. Elniri, I'm sorry. And more importantly, Strange tries to. Her hands are on her face. I'll never stop being proud of you. And Strange takes a step back.
As you put your hands on her face, you start to see her fingers start to become flesh as it creeps through the tips of your fingers, past your knuckles, past the palms of your hand. And then you let go.
I kind of watch to see what happens.
It goes further down your wrists, down your forearms. The metal plate of your armor starts to materialize in front of this little girl who's just like looking down as these arms are materializing in front of her. And it goes past your elbows, up your biceps. The armor starting to glisten into the sunlight. And as it gets to about your shoulders, you suddenly hear the door swing open as the white-haired woman steps in. Do you stay there?
Strange utters the words, Bye, adventurer. Let's go.
And then you take your hands off.
Yep.
You take your hands off as soon as the door swings open. Dematerializes. Your vision just pulls back a little bit as the lady with the white hair steps forward. Little girl. Mommy, I'm a knight! I'm a knight now! I'm a knight! Were you talking to someone around here? What were you speaking to? My friend, the Flower Knight, knighted me. Now I'm a knight of the Rosewood, and they had a message for you too. They said, and as soon as she says that, this magnetic force rockets you
Oh, bitch!
out from the cottage. The swirling of planes and stars rip you by as this magnetic force pulls you back from the gate, but you don't fall backwards like the others. With this totem in your hand, you simply come back to consciousness as your feet hit the ground. The rest of you see Sir Strange as their eyes widen and their hue become normal once more.
You see Tarek and Fiend had like a bedroll laid out behind
Yeah.
Sir Strange because we both knew what was about
It's
to
like
happen.
ready to catch something.
Like,
Like,
Farrell off to one side, just like, oh.
Damn it all. Rolling up the...
Oh, like you two could have held them there.
oh, please.
Strange just crying, but smiling. Eldritch Blast. And they're just like crying, laughing in place. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Strange just runs up to Ramira and hugs her.
Oh, she hugs them back and like rubs their shoulder.
It seems to be the overarching emotional response to looking in the portal.
Yes, it does.
Feelings.
She's going to put her hands on Strange's cheeks.
Oh, I'm sorry for this, Ramira, but Strange is like, like
She
ugly
sees their
crying.
face. Their face. Oh, wow. As she just kind of pets their hair. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I did. And I'm so happy.
So the heartache was worth it.
Strange reties the forget-me-not, but back onto Ramira. Pulls away and cups her face. And yeah, and it was worth it.
I will never stop you at any point, at any time, from seizing whatever that was.
Don't worry, when Sugar Bear shows up, I'll tell you.
That Sugar Bear is eliciting this response.
No, I'm deflecting.
Really good at it.
Not anymore. Not since you. Can't hide shit from you these days, can I?
Martina! And she just continues to console them. She gives them a little kiss on the head while she's like, there.
Okay. I'm not good, but I'll be okay. I'll be fine. I'll be great. I'll let you go. You'll be the first to know. Probably.
You don't owe me anything.
No, I don't. But you're my everything. Anyways, I'm gonna go.
Walk it off? You gonna walk it off?
I'm gonna do a lap.
Yeah, doing that. Don't let the plants get you.
Fuck the plants.
Okay. Don't actually fuck them. That could be really bad for you, actually.
Dorian.
I've seen it. So, the fox?
It seems that to me that is the most all-encompassing of destinations. Yes.
Did we lose Kevin?
Nope, I'm still here.
Okay.
You keep freezing, just so you know, you've frozen like 3 times.
Yeah, Kevin,
There's
if you want to
definitely not
reset your
screenshots.
camera, it might fix it.
There's definitely not screenshots.
What?
Oh, weird. Oh, well, all your faces are black on my screen, so maybe that's why. I haven't seen any. I like that whole last scene. I
Yeah,
couldn't.
you
see.
did frozen that entire scene.
Really? But you can hear me?
Yeah, your audio's
Oh
fine.
no! Why didn't anyone tell me?
We did.
We was kind of a
want to
roll.
interrupt you. You're on a
Also-
roll.
I couldn't see any. Like the whole thing's frozen. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna re-enter the chat. Give me one second.
That's fine. I'm going to fix my background because Dorian has decided to be a chaos gremlin. Also to the chat, yeah, there's 80 Funkos back there. There's 80 plus.
Oh, dang.
And the chat was like, Ivy, the Funkos. I'm like, look, I can
Also,
explain.
So Ivy's no
James
longer in the
just-
void. Hello.
Facts.
No.
Dorian said no thank.
Dorian said, no, I'm knocking everything over. He actually is just sitting there too.
Shout out to Jade and Kevin just hurting me.
I know,
Killing me
right?
softly with their words.
Sorry, Jody Rose, you're gonna have to
Okay.
realign some cameras. Damn, I didn't know
Wizard
that.
in the
I thought
sky.
like I guess it's working because they can hear me and nothing bad is happening.
I mean, we could hear
Kevin,
you.
you're
It was
fine.
very good, RP.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like this.
No, Kevin. Trust me. We have a new emote. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
It's great. Don't worry about it.
So good.
Okay. Restart. Well, I hope that was still good with my face frozen as fuck.
Absolutely.
I felt so immersed, Kevin, in the moment. When I looked at you, I was like, my child.
Sleeping.
Sleep. No. No.
Well, I'm sorry about that, everybody.
Oh, there's a Canadian. I remember. Oh, there we go.
I couldn't even tell like anyone's reaction during that scene. I was just literally like a sea of black screens that I was just role playing with.
Wow, for somebody going off pure emotion, you did the
Oh,
paint.
dang. Yeah, you did really good.
Oh yeah.
Just hearing my voice. Hello. Okay.
Oh,
The gate froze me.
Yeah,
But with that,
It's broken.
That portal, it's broken.
seemingly coming up with the plan to use the gate to find Reynard.
I believe that is the plan.
Are we sure
Yeah.
that we can all go together?
Just hold on to me in nondescript locations, and then hold on to each other, maybe.
In nondescript
Why did you have to
situation.
clarify that? What happened in the Feywild for 10 years?
Never tell. Anyways, I'm assuming that Strange, based off of their experience, maybe doesn't even need to use the key. But we won't risk it.
Just in the distance. No, I'm good.
By the way, side note, did Tarek say, like, out loud, Ren's killing my parents?
To fiend only.
Okay, just to fiend.
He will
Good.
talk to you at some point. don't
All
worry.
right.
So the plan is to hopefully surprise Reynard by getting through all of his traps, locking onto his signal, using the gate, and then surrounding him in a sea of unholy godliness.
Yes.
And then he'll be forced to surrender. Right. What do we have to use against an archfey? Unfortunately, I might have to break you out of your stupor on this one, Strange.
What?
What? How do you not punch an archfey?
Ah, well, you see, what? Hey, Kevin, can I make a history? No. You.
What are you trying to determine, John?
How, like you don't just, like, take a swing at Odin, right? Like, how do you, like, hurt an archfey? Like, there's rules for demon lords, there's rules for,
Can I make a history check?
I mean, you can
Iron.
punch an archfey.
Iron.
Fiend has no idea. He gave Reynard his full fucking name. Like, he doesn't know a damn thing about the Fae.
Yeah. So like Demon Lords, Archfey, this is for you as well, Sir Strange. Demon Lords, Archfey, all of these very powerful beings, they can be hurt. If you punch them in the face, it'll connect. Will it be like a scratch? All that for a drop of blood scenario? Or will it make an impact? That's hard to tell.
Okay.
But
cool.
you can hurt them through, punching and attacking and all that. But it's not like only Archfey can be hurt with improvised weapon, that kind of thing.
Okay, so it's essentially just, you can hurt them, you can kill them even, it's just going to take a lot of work.
Okay.
Hear me out,
Okay.
Iron Knuckle Dusters.
Clarify, Kevin, does iron hurt Sir Strange?
Iron?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Iron Knuckle Dusters.
Okay, well, Sir Strange is going to relay this to Fiend. Well, Fiend, from my knowledge, you can... You know that 6th level disintegrate you used on me?
Yes, I do.
Do that, but a lot more.
Okay, I can manage that one.
Just don't kill him, because we need him alive.
Oh, that won't kill him. No, it'll hurt.
We do have to.
Tarek looks at Strange like, oh, fuck. Well, okay then.
Regardless of what's happening around us, when we do appear to fight this being, we have to focus. We cannot spread our attacks out, because if we do that, I can't use spells on him. I'm sure he's going to resist them or counterspell them. So, as much of a focus, a concentration on him is probably what's going to bring him down. Also, he's very tricky.
Yep.
I already let Loki fool me. I don't intend to lose to Reinhardt as well. And then we...
Portals. Yeah.
Correct. And then we raid his horde and try to find out as much information as we can on the Titans, on Zafe, and see if he has any magical items that will allow us to beat them. Hopefully he even has some sort of clue on how to contact the Outer Planes. Or maybe a foxhole to them.
Great. I feel like this is not going to go well, but you know what? I'm in for it. Whenever any of our plans ever gone as plans.
Well, remember, we have the same opportunity to do to him what Sam did to us. Surprise.
Yeah, fair. Still, whenever any of our plans ever gone to, well.
We have to try, and this is our best bet. Walking into his domain, he would know where we are immediately, and he would keep playing tricks on us, probably picking us off one by one, wearing us down. But if we can jump straight to him now, the best chance we have.
What if he's not in his foxhole?
Hopefully this thing will take us right to him directly rather than his hole. What? Fiend, do you think you can look directly to him, or does you think it has to be to his home specifically?
So far, everyone's been able to see who they want to see, not what they want to see.
Okay.
Everybody just think about it this way. Every being that are in your heart that you truly want to get closer to, Reynard is in the way of. So who you really want most is Reynard.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Okay.
Okay, well.
All right.
Let's give it a shot.
All right. What else do we have to lose, right?
Is everyone prepared? Do you all have everything equipped that we need to be equipped?
Clarification: did we finish our long rest, Kevin?
That's a good question.
You did, yes.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
That
We
was
set all of
that was a
those.
big one. Okay, great.
Wait. No, now we do. Sorry. For
Now,
seconds.
sorry, I had to make sure I was completely
It's
energized.
been exactly 8 hours to the second.
Do you guys
Just for
feel
a
that?
moment.
8 hours. If we had to put a number on it.
If I had to
Strength?
put a very specific number on it, 8 hours.
There we go. It's done now.
And now.
Do you... Hey, Farrell,
Yes.
do you still have that feathered cutlass?
Yeah. Do you want it now?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
just
Alright,
hold
hold on.
on to it.
Is that like a feather duster?
Right. No, give me just a second, and then I'll reach in and pull it out. Go. This one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah, take it.
cool.
Please, it's taking up space in my bag.
Okay,
We need to get a bag of holding. Like
we do. We do.
Holy shit. Wait a second. Kevin, I can't fix my armor, can I?
Shut the front door.
Oh, that's
Wait,
so fucked.
All right, it's going to be a bad day for us, guys. I got one less AC.
Do we have any armor like otherwise that you could use?
Hold on.
Oh, no. I got
That was
to
your shadow one, right?
Yeah. It's a 1 AC. I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Can you still teleport in shadows, though?
Okay, hold on. What
Oh,
exactly
okay.
What exactly was wrong with it?
It got hecked.
Right. Is
Hecked in
it
what
something
way?
on
It got
there?
corroded by
the
Og's
symbiote?
Yeah.
Is it permanently corroded or is it more of a curse?
permanent.
Okay.
Permanent.
Leave.
It's
No,
got
so
the
we can
drippy
remove
drip
curse.
problem.
You know what? Karma really was after you.
I don't know what I did to.
Maybe a
Uh,
certain artificer in the future might be able to fix it.
Maybe.
I wonder. Wonder who that could be.
So I guess we all hold hands and
And
attempt to
sing
envision the
Kumbaya.
fox.
We gotta fox him.
God.
I tell the gate, I want you to
Swiper,
take
no
me to Ray
swipe.
the fox.
Sorry. Okay.
So the 5 of you together
Hmm.
start to join
John.
hands.
John, what's Fiend's AC at the moment?
16.
Okay. All right.
Eesh.
That was all. Thank you.
So the 5 of you start to link hands together, with Mr. Fiend kind of taking the center point. 2 on this side, 2 on that side. Need you all to do a group Arcana check, please.
Here we
I
go.
was also going to say, do any of us want to prepare attacks?
I don't think we'll
I
really
don't
be
think
able to
it's
do
gonna-
that.
I don't think it's going to help right now.
20.
24.
What a 17 vibes.
Natural 20 plus 2,
Hey.
22.
24 because my Arcana has a +7.
Mine does
Oh,
too. That's why I
nice.
got a natural 20.
Damn.
Yeah, it's yes.
So you all link hands
Yes.
and think about Reynard specifically. As you all join hands, the arcane energy starts to sift through you, kind of making this conduit that the gate seemingly is reacting to as the slow-moving circlets start to... This gleaming sort of neon energies pulsing through your individual hands into each other's bodies, very neon reds, blues, purples, bright, radiant energy flowing through you. Now, I need you all to make a history check to determine how well you remember the details of said Reynard.
Dead.
Oh,
It's a 21.
bad. It's not bad. 17.
16.
8.
Oh.
13.
Well, you never met him, so
You
that
never
makes
met him, so that makes
Uh,
sense.
That makes sense. Yep.
13 for Farrell.
Just going off of all the Ramira changes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's probably
Look,
me pantomiming him.
I don't know what's going on with telesearch or Jake Gyllenhaal, but if I ever see that cheeky motherfucker,
We all thinking of Reynard. Strangers over here thinking of fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
The gates start to
I hate the music change.
the spinning rings spin so fast that they almost seemingly detect this orb, the sphere around the gate. As Fiend, you feel yourself magnetically pulled from the chest forward as you link on. Here we go! The flying V formation, the five of you whisked past the gate into this otherworldly visage that individually you've all experienced, but now are doing it all as one. As you start to go towards past stars, planets, planes, instead of going right towards Faerun, you make a violent shift over to the right as your whole sort of spiritual energies sift over to this plane that looks like it's turned upside down. As you go dipped under and go inside, you start to emanate from the Feywild near the Autumn Court, sifting through the various planes of oranges, browns, and rusted colors of fallen leaves and dead trees. Plane through plane, you sort of enter through another one. Light hits you, a flash, and you're in this very glorious, sunny realm of sorts with multiple colored flowers, cherry blossoms falling down, sun bright in the sky with another gleaming, like dried pink sun behind it, seemingly going into the spring court as you start to sift through the very bright waters and stunning vistages of rolling hills and brilliant flowers and pixies flying around. You suddenly dive into a babbling brook, a river. As you go deeper, deeper still, you start to feel cold as the liquid is rushing past your clothes and your face, and you start to get colder still the deeper you go down until you hit solid dirt and rock, and you enter through that as you feel freezing. As your vision goes dark, you suddenly erupt through snow falling off of your face and your body into gray skies and white plains all around you, entering into the plane of frost, the winter court itself, as rolling dark clouds roil by, smattering of snow and sleet and rain and ice wisping past you as you go through the plains and go by otherworldly Feywild creatures of all of winter coloration. Rolling past that, you see a castle of frozen ice and stone in the distance, a low hung sun of a violent orange and dull yellow hue, struggling to peek through a cacophony of dark gray clouds as the silver lining becomes dimmer and dimmer, silhouetted behind this looming ice fortress. 3 giant pillars of towers and a rising, jutted, jagged piece of glass of a tower in the middle, surrounded by all 4 walls. To its right, however, an orange torchlight of flame color coming out from this hole, seeping underground. As the 5 of you team together, go past that dark looming castle, over to the right of this hut of sorts, this cave that goes deep down underground. As you go by different stalactites and icicles dripping water, you pass by various goblin figures, some of them going back and forth from the caverns all the way around to the castle, carrying wooden carts and wagons, various gemstones and various materials being put out of this underground cavern, going in to the Fortress of Frost. As you start to go down deeper, this other world opens up to you, pasteled with dark oranges, reds, torchlight, dirt, dark brown colorations. As Nocturne, the Goblin Kingdom of the Feywild, opens up to you as you see, as you go into this entrance, and it just seems to go down forever. This web-like structure of drawbridges and makeshift ladders and shelves and beaten paths that just dig further and further crudely underground as the five of your vision start to go deep, and this hole goes down for a long time as you pass by various goblins of all shapes and makes, some small, some a bit bigger, some like orc-like shaped beings running through, just a lot of underground dwelling creatures led by patrolling troops of goblins and various underdark types going through. But it seems like your vision is pulled to a very specific point, and you go past all of that, past all of the dark torches, past all of the squeals of pain and hunger that are emanating through various caverns around you, dark beads of light, almost cat-like, peering through shadows in various cavernous tunnels. Go down still, the light dims the more you get down here into the catacombs of Nocturne. You go down, you see various homes and structures embedded into the rock wall. Further and further you go into almost a water source of some kind at the bottom of this cavern. Your visions go down deep as your vision is obstructed by the water, and the dark light fades and fades. You go down, and underneath a few stone archways, and seemingly going down a very particular path underwater. You go there for about 15 minutes until you go up to a underwater cavern of sorts, and a platform of rock, and a rock wall seemingly going nowhere, a few paths going to various tunnels and caverns of sorts. But your vision stands against this rock wall and hovers for a minute. Past the rock wall, on a script of the glyphs shudder and scatter as your vision goes through it like a static on a TV. You're able to manipulate through this illusionary trick and find a very small tunnel made for a particular person. As you go through, you see various torchlights lit on either side. Go through still, and then it dips down even more, down a bit more, cold, the smatterings, the goings on of the Goblin Kingdom getting fainter and fainter as it muffles behind you as you go down darker and darker. Find your vision floating. 2 metal doors stuck into the rock wall, very, very dark. No torchlight here. 2 torches on the other side of this wall seem to be out. No smoke, no signs of anyone having been here recently. You go past the metal doors. This wide open cavern opens up to you. You can see various furniture, trinkets, but nothing of value. You don't see any gold. You don't see any treasure. You can see a bed. It's fairly vast in here, very well made in this sort of well-lit loft, just a big empty space. Who knows how long it took Reynard to build it in here, but if anyone could, it'd be him. But in this vast open space, you see nothing except a pathway leading towards sort of this main room, this main hall. and a single bag in the middle. Partially open. Looks like it's filled with something. But that's it. And as your vision huddles around this big open showroom piece, it's empty. Except for evidence of a bed, some furnishings. What do you want to do?
Where the fuck's that?
Can I reach out and touch the bag?
Oh no! Don't!
I'm gonna do
You
that.
go to touch the bag.
No!
Yep.
That's a
Oh,
good.
no!
Your finger starts to materialize into your hand, up your wrist, until you decide to stop. It will materialize your whole body.
Somebody tell me to stop if I'm stopping, otherwise I'm gonna keep going.
Well, this is for us to stay here.
I
starts to
grab onto
materialize.
Phil's hand.
Well, you're all connected, seemingly.
Oh, okay,
in
we're
a sort of
still- all right.
spiritual, in a spiritual sense. And as her body starts to become into one, it links to the other person. As one by one, your body starts to materialize. Unless anyone stops this, it will continue till you're fully formed.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah, make an Arcana check. What are you trying to determine?
I'm trying to figure out what this is doing to us. Is it gonna poison us? Is it taking us somewhere else?
This is materializing you into the room.
Oh, I see. Okay, I
From your kind of
misunderstood.
spiritual state to become solid to where you're trying to travel to.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Just kidding. I guess.
Okay.
Let's
Is there
get
strength?
fucked.
While this is happening, I'm gonna take the time and use my divine senses.
Look at you. Look at you.
I just want to see.
Do it.
I want to check if I catch a vibe.
Okay.
Detect those fiends.
So you have to wait till your body
Thank you.
materialized in order to use divine
Oh,
sense.
I'll prepare that then.
I don't think my new friend the Gate would lead us to not Reynard.
Okay,
So-
great. I'm keeping my
So
hand.
as one by one you begin to materialize, you
my
suddenly
hand
find the footfalls of your bodies land in this very well-made, smooth, sort of rock, spacious room. Way too big for one person to be in, especially for someone of Reynard's size. Looks like it took quite a while to carve out such a huge and spacious area, almost like a showroom of sorts.
I'm gonna let Jade's divine sense go off, and then I'm gonna open the bag.
Then you use your divine sense, Sir Strange, as you go. Where the hell are we? What is this place? Snap your fingers. This radiant outline goes around your eyes as you look around.
Topsy.
The area seems to be empty. There's no creatures lying around.
Oh.
Oh, we're good then.
You open the bag.
I was gonna say it was already a little bit opened. I finished opening it,
Okay.
or at least like part of the way. That way I can look inside of it.
You go and open up the bag.
Kind of look over the rest of the party of like watch this kind of
Open it
look.
up. And it's black.
That's what I
at
thought.
first.
Good call. Good call.
Like,
Arnie.
And then a hand grabs Farrell's face. And at that same time, another hand grabs Tarek's, grabs Sir Fiend, Sir Strange.
Fuck that!
You're this thin, skeletal, creepy hand with a huge palm and spiky like appendages grabs all five of you and drags you inside the bag.
That's what I thought.
Your
Oh
body
my God.
falls and falls and falls, and you're just falling for a good 5 or so minutes.
Hey,
Until
Ramira.
all of a sudden, you hit solid ground.
I have been falling for 5 minutes.
Alice Wonderland too.
Mr. Tumblr, I'm joking.
How long have you been falling? At least a couple hours. That's a Spy Kids reference.
I know. It's
That was a very good second reference. Thank you.
Your vision goes black, and
No.
Oh.
I love seeing.
you all take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
No!
Oh.
This bitch.
You.
So that means we fell at least.
This bitch got
Okay.
me paying
Yeah,
his
you know.
rent.
Oh.
God.
To be
As you
fair,
slowly start to get up.
I did give you a watch this look. No one stopped me.
I get up.
Yeah, I get up
get
as well.
Same.
I kind of back to back it with Fiend.
None of you stopped me.
It's
I would like to say.
me. It's me.
I look with my special eyes. Can I
Wait.
see in the darkness?
If you look over to roll 20 for a minute.
I don't like this.
Same. Oh, we're changing pages.
Map change. Map change.
Oh,
Map
not
change.
the dungeons and also dragons.
Dungeons and My Dragons. Excuse me.
You suddenly start to wake up feeling like you got knocked out by a huge haymaker punch. As you get up, you just look forward and see almost like a temple-like structure carved out of old beige and yellow stone. Sconces lighting the area in front of you only for a few feet until the hallway becomes black in the distance. You look down on the ground and there's smattering of gold pieces and gold inlaid cups and various items sort of scattered where you are and then leading out towards the hallway.
A fox trail.
And as you all start to get up and look at each other, what the fuck was that? In the far distance of the hallway, the silhouette of a creeping, massive figure with long, gangly hands and arms and legs with 2 white eyes just scatters and crosses your path. And with that, everyone, we're gonna have to end the stream.
Oh no.
Mommy.
The mommy?
Oh my god.
I will say nobody stopped me. Of course
Excited.
I was going to do it. I was like,
Yeah,
pocket
we
dimension,
gotta-
pocket dimension, pocket
Yeah.
There
dimension.
was only 2 things that it could have been. It could have been a pocket dimension, or it could have been the same sack of gold. you
Yeah,
stole.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
knew it was
thinking.
a
It's the
pocket.
same sack of
That's
gold
why-
that got
that's
stolen.
why
I was like, Kevin wouldn't do that.
That's what you-
Kevin
that's what
wouldn't have that whole gate experience just to be like, ha, fuck you, he's not here.
And that's the stream, everybody. You'd be like, motherfucker!
That's why I was like, I touch it. Don't anybody
That'd
stop me.
also be a great ending to a stream, I'm not gonna lie.
I was
Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, we end there, everyone, with a slender, black, creeping, monstrous hand coming out of that bag. 5 of them multiplying, sucking you inside of this bag of holding, and falling into what it is. We'll find out next week on episode 51 of Beyond the Realms. Hope you enjoyed that 50th episode. I had a lot.
So good.
That was a good episode.
There was so much lore, so much backstory,
So many things.
so much flavor.
But yes, everyone, thank you as always. Whether it's 50 sessions, 100, or 9,000, we salute to each and every one of you who have been coming and watching these wacky and wild stories that we create every single week. I appreciate and love the absolute fuck out of all of you. Thank you so much for supporting our weird and hilarious hobby. And can't wait to give you more stories in the future as we have some fun things lining up for 2022. But thank you, as always, for watching. Thank you to the lovely and awesome players for all of your awesome work and roleplay tonight. You absolutely killed it. As always, everyone, stay safe, wash your hands. Join us tomorrow for the session 4 I believe, of Wild Beyond the Witchlights as we return for our bi-weekly campaign romp with Quincy's Tavern, Jennings Brower, Jackie Lena Chan, and Shane Wally. But until then, everyone, like I just said, stay safe, watch your hands, don't be a dick, and see you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye. Have a wonderful time.